Hello, rail fans of the world. It is I, LGL here, and welcome back to another live stream episode of Let's Talk Train Heads. Today, originally this was planned to be on our usual Saturdays, but Saturday I'm going to go to a friend's birthday party, so I won't be able to live stream. So I definitely want to apologize for that. But so today we'll have the live stream that I was talking about. Let me see if I can pull it up. The one and only. I was going to have it on the exact same day, but like I said, I have to go to a friend's birthday party. We're going to run Casey Jones' engine today. This is in honor of 122 years since that fatal crash in 1900. So I was going to have this live stream earlier, but I was also working on a video for you guys. So, all right. Let me see if I could get a good shot of the locomotive. Good old 382. Who doesn't like that engine? I certainly do like that engine. Let me see if I can get rid of the. There we go. Switch. There we go. Much better. So, all right. Anybody currently watching the stream? Nope. All right. Well, let me get some friends on Discord. All right. All right. All right. So, right. Can you guys hear me clearly? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Everybody on YouTube land. All right. Get a picture. It will last longer. Bada boom, bada bing. Just like that. All right. Ready then. Come on, come on, come on. All right, done. Do. How's everybody doing today? Is everybody doing good? I hope everybody's doing good out there, out on YouTube land. All right. Hey, done. So, let me see if anybody on Discord got my thing. Nope, nobody got my thing. Well, let me Ferromex. Oh, Brandon responded to my Ferromex video that I sent him. Oh. Cool. All right. Now I'm going to have to put it. Where should I put it? There we go. That's where I should put it. Yeah, I know. I know. Thank you very much. Cool. All right. You done? Alrighty then. So, all right. Mix, the railroad that seems to crash into everything. All right. Oh, looks like we have night. Oh,
Hey. What? Wait, what?
how's it going?
Pretty good.
All right.
I,
So,
hmm?
all right. Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Um, today we'll be taking the 382 in honor of the anniversary of the famous wreck.
Nice.
I originally was gonna have it on the exact date, but I have a friend's birthday party to attend to, so that's why I'm having it today. And I originally was gonna have it on earlier, but I'm working on a surprise video for you guys. Something, just a little something that I think you
Nice.
guys will like.
Actually, I've actually, even though it's not related to Casey Jones, I'm working on something myself too.
What is it?
I'm making another whistle, that being 765's original service whistle. Its original Nathan Six chime.
Oh, cool.
I actually found out its original Nathan Six chime is still with Fort Wayne, but it was damaged in the '80s, and that's why it's not being used.
Okay. Well, what happened to the whistle? Did it crack or?
I couldn't find any information on what the damage was, but it was damaged somewhat.
No.
Whatever it was damaged, so they took it off.
Like
And
damage beyond repair or?
not not beyond repair, but thinking about it, they just by that point they'd only some years ago just restored 765, which is no easy task when it comes to both labor and money. So they probably
Yeah.
didn't have the money to get its whistle fixed.
Okay. I see your point.
Yeah. If I go back to, if there's any events at the Fort Wayne Center itself, like this year again, I'll get a ticket and see if I can ask if they have any plans to restore its whistle.
Okay. Cool.
Thing is, according to what I've heard from rumors, they're once Cuyahoga is over, they're going to be taking it out for its 1472.
Okay. And you said because we were talking about this on Discord, but you were talking about another nickel plate engine coming along. This time
Yeah.
a Mikado.
Yeah, Nashville. Someone on Facebook posted it. I think it was the Nashville like chapter, something like that.
Okay.
From what back searching them when I remember doing so, they were an official preservation group, so that's why I trust what they're saying. They were saying something about how 624 was its number, was going to be taking over for 765 after it goes down for its 1472, which
Oh.
which which kind of got me to lead to the conclusion that it's already finished, but it's that it was kept a secret as a sort of like a surprise reveal that they
Okay.
don't just have 765.
Yeah. They also have a Wabash 060.
060.
Yeah, that's been take. I don't know how long they've been restoring that thing, but it's been ages.
No offense
Feels like.
to them, but I don't know what they could do with a 060, because unless they plan on running don't I having at least the other short lines, I don't really see it like doing anything because it can't run mainline excursions.
Oh no.
But I'll admit, one of the H6, I think it's an H6E, would be nice to see in operation.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. I would like to see 587 come back.
Well, if the rumors are true, then after 2716's done, they're going to start work on 587. At least that's what major rumors are going around saying.
Okay. I would like to see that nickel plate Hudson pull excursions too.
Oh, you mean 170?
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
That would have to be based on if either a group or St. Louis like Museum of Transportation restores it.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. That's how 1522 ran because a group of volunteers like started up a group that became part of that. Well, at least to my knowledge, by the looks of things, became part of the Museum of Transportation. And then after that, there was obviously the fact that it had its derailment, the fact that that insurance was skyrocketing for it, and the fact they just didn't want to take care of it anymore, so they retired it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna ask. You know how Jacob doesn't? I must ask you. You know Jacob doesn't really like Andy because of
Yeah.
his reasons. I
What?
found out something.
What?
He his way of alphaing is very intriguing because he doesn't do it the standard way. He uses
Okay.
IM editor.
Oh.
Yeah, that intrigued me. So eventually, I'm gonna do some digging and see how we not go. Probably I'll do some research through IM editor itself to see what it can do. As he actually posted a picture of what an engine looked like when he was done. Apparently,
Okay.
if you use IM editor, it is very specific.
Mhm. That sounds cool.
Yeah,
So what you say? Should we highball out of here?
I think we should.
All right. It's all the word is all yours, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, 382, you're clear for departure.
Um, the magic word.
Let's highball.
Mm, something that people are more familiar with.
Yeah, sorry, I know.
All aboard.
Oh, yeah. All aboard? Yeah, my bad. I haven't heard that in a while since I've only visited tourist areas.
Come on. Come on. All right, here we go.
Each of things putting out a good amount of steam. Well, for the cylinders at least.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, it's a Rogers built engine, so.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, isn't 152 a Rogers built engine?
What?
Isn't Ellenden 152 a Rogers built engine?
I'm not sure.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Built by the Rogers Locomotive Works in the end of the 1800s. Hold on,
Okay.
let me find out. Just give me a second. Well, I found a the first thing I look up, see when I look up the engine is the help restore Ellenden 152 from the Kentucky Railway Museum.
Oh, okay.
So most of it's slow, but they are trying to bring it back to operation.
Yeah,
There's
that'd be
also it's also the official steam locomotive of Kentucky.
yeah. Yeah, I've heard of LN 152. I think it's a pretty cool engine.
Okay, so I found it. 152 was built by the Rogers Locomotive Works in 1905.
Oh, okay. Just before the merger
Hmm.
of Rogers with several other companies to form Alco.
So wait, that's how Alco was formed. Was several other builders companies merged into Alco?
Ah,
Huh.
yeah. This is a Rogers engine, so. All right. And by the way, today's stream is just going to be short, so nothing
Hmm.
too special.
I'm pretty sure, like if I remember correctly, 765 had its original service light whistle since it was built in 1944 to 1984.
Okay.
So if that's the case, then it had its whistle for about exactly, not on the exact, but when it comes to years, exactly 40 years.
Hmm. Hey, Brady, welcome to the live stream.
Good. I just saw
How
that
you
you were
doing?
live.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Today I'm just doing I'm doing a live stream today because I can't do it Sunday because I got a friend's birthday party to attend to. So today's the day, and we'll be celebrating the famous wreck of Casey Jones.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing.
Yep.
Hey, remember that like crane thing I made that I sent to you in Discord?
Yeah.
I painted it.
You painted it. Ooh, what are you
It was
painted
a lot
as?
more. I painted it in like a matte black and red scheme.
Okay, cool.
I would show it, but you're doing Casey Jones. I don't know if I can show it.
Yeah.
Also, why am I animating that? Madly.
Let me see how
I
the stream
decided I'm
is.
gonna. Yeah. I decided I'm gonna make a whole like custom wooden like a wooden Lionel piece. I decided
All right.
it'd be neat. Are you using the same app that we used for to ram Gordon with?
Yeah.
Nice. Don't forget, don't go too far, or else your engine will be deleted.
Hold on.
The map ends somewhere soon.
Yep. By the way, if it's funny because you guys can't hear the train other than the whistle and the bell and stuff, but I can't hear you too much, so I just want to let you guys know that.
All right.
Yeah. It's a pretty loud engine. All aboard the cannonball. Oh, by the way, I told Knight this, Brady, but um, I'm actually currently working on a video I'm hopefully going to publish on Saturday, so I'm switching dates. But this Saturday, I'm going to publish a little special video for you guys.
Okay.
It may come out tomorrow, it may come out Friday, but maybe Saturday. I'm not sure yet, but I'm maybe aiming for Sunday or Saturday or Sunday. So.
Hey, you ever get a chance to check out my YouTube channel yet? Then I
Hold on,
sent
what?
you and I sent the thing, the message to you in Gmail saying I posted the video you sent me.
Oh, you posted that?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, man. I do appreciate it. Just look
I
there.
had to download the file and then I was able to download. So
Okay. Yeah, let me pause this quick and I'm going to see how it looks on your end. Let's see let me see how many views you got. Oh, cool. You got 4 views already. Nice.
huh? I think I named it. Yeah, I named it wrong.
The Brandon's Loop, it's supposed to say 1940s.
Yeah, I put 1950s.
Hey, that's okay.
I am able to do like StreamYard on my laptop though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I sent you a thing in Gmail saying that you're the co-host of in my StreamYard account.
Oh, cool. I'll
So
have to do the same.
you're part of that for right now.
Nice.
It's just me and you, so like you'll edit, like I'll do it and then you'll edit the video afterwards.
Okay. So you got 4 views on it. That's cool. I'll share that. I'm gonna get some views for you. I'll like it. Let me share it with everybody. So there you go. So guys, check out that video that I made for Brady and see if I'm a good editor for his YouTube channel. Let me post that. No mic. Yeah, let me post it in no mic. I'll post it here. And I'll post it here. There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty nice vid. Yeah, that. So, what do you think of it? Did I do a good job?
I mean, I think you did pretty decent.
Nice.
I mean, a video is a video. I don't think you did too horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just just an experimental video for you.
See where it gets me at this point.
Let me share it to my Facebook so that I could get some people over there too for you. Let me get back to my stream. Okay. All right, let's continue. Let's continue.
Continue stream. Continue stream. Stream continued.
Hey, guys.
What?
Yes.
Come on, guys. Do you want to hear a story all about a freaking amazing engineer? Did you know Casey Jones was his name? He rode on a 10-wheeler. Boy, he won his fame.
Nice.
A call boy called Casey at 4:30, kissed his wife at the station door, climbed in the cabin with orders in his hands, and he took his farewell trip to the Promised Land. Yeah, Promised Land. Through train simulator land, yards and apply. Rain is pouring, and the water was high. Everybody knew by the engine's whipper call sounding foamer whistle and murmured, "There goes Casey Jones."
That was a good story.
Actually, Mr.RailYard.
All right. Let me check. I'm sorry, guys. That I'm pausing it. I'm just checking something. Yeah.
I was just saying.
Yeah. I hope I did any copyright thing. I just said it instead of saying it or, I used a couple of tricks of mine. Let me see. No, I don't want to hear the bell. Thank you very much. Hola, bajingas! We're hitting 81 miles per hour in the 1900 era engine. Oh, that's amazing.
I'm pretty sure Casey Jones was well known for getting 3D2 up to even 100 miles per hour on an almost daily basis if he was ever running late.
Yeah, it was never proven that he hit 100.
Yeah, but it was said by multiple people. I'm not saying it is proven, but I'm saying like multiple people did say that he oftentimes would hit speeds that looked like at least 100 just to make up for lost time when he was running late. That
Yeah.
also sort of that also sort of showed that Casey Jones was a man who did not like running late.
Yeah. Yeah, and he actually got almost fired for not being late and running at high speeds. I think he got suspended like 3 times, I think, for heading high speeds. I think he was suspended for 90 days on the foot plate. That was in 1898, 2 years before his wreck.
Hmm.
By the way, guys, if you're new to Mr.RailYard, please like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you are subscribed so that you get notifications that I'm live or have a new YouTube video to share with you. So, how we doing here? We're pretty decent.
I realized when did the knuckle? I mean, I realize now looking at its couplers, the knuckle coupler didn't even come around until after Casey Jones's wreck.
Really?
Yeah, because 382 had the older Lincoln pin bar couplers.
Oh yeah. Well, it has a knuckle coupler here, but I didn't notice that.
On the actual engine, if I look it up, I'm pretty sure when it was repaired after the accident, it was given the modern cup knuckle couplers.
Okay. But it did had air brakes, right?
I think.
Okay. Da da da. Na 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 na. Da da.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Very early pictures show it with the Lincoln pin bar.
Really?
Even
Oh.
yeah. So my theory is by looks of like there's no photos of it. Wait, there is a photo of it with the knuckle coupler. No, wait, never
Oh.
mind. Lincoln pin bar.
Okay.
Never mind, found one. So sometime after its accident, I was able to find one picture so far, even though it's bad quality on Google, of it with a knuckle coupler.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me see that picture of 382.
All right, let me just save it and I'll send it to you. And
Hey, Luke,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off the stream, but I'll talk to you later.
All right. We'll see you
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Oh, looks like you can get a model of the 382. Huh. I wonder. I would definitely get a model of 382 if I can find it. Do you know?
I sent it to you in DMs.
Okay. Yeah. Let me go. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks a little bit more modernized than the picture that I'm seeing here.
Well, I mean, after as I said, they didn't just give it a knuckle coupler. They probably modernized it quite a bit after its accident. Because by that point, I'm not a big guy on Casey Jones, but didn't his crash happen in like in 1901?
100.
1900. Okay. So I'm pretty sure by then they were starting to. By the time the engine was out in service, let's say estimated 1902, 1903, depending on how severe the accident was.
Mm-hmm.
By that point, we started using the knuckle coupler. So they just probably during the repair, once that happened, just decided that since they had to do it, they had to upgrade it with a knuckle coupler. So did.
Oh, okay. Why did they
Because
Why didn't they have a knuckle coupler in the first place?
the Lincoln pin bar was how American railroads first started with.
Yeah, I
But
know.
then we developed the knuckle coupler as the system of it was a safer method than the Lincoln pin bar.
I didn't do it, man, with a pin bar.
Yeah, but by the time like when this engine was built, that coupler was getting obsolete and this coupler was coming into play. And I'm like, yeah, they should have given it the modern equipment or like a dual system. I don't know. Actually, I've seen one of the locomotives that Casey Jones operated.
Yeah, it operated an old 2.8. Oh, and that's where, and it brought it to an event where that's where it met its famous, the engine it became famous with 382.
Yeah, I think that's how the story goes.
I think that's how it was told, at least in my remembering, is that he drove a 280 for at first, but then one day had to take it on a train to some event where
Mhm.
that and wherein it was swapped out with another. No, I think what it. Hold on. I think what it was, he had to take this 280 on a train a certain amount of ways. Then a yardmaster told him just to swap out the engine with his 280 with another steam locomotive, that being 382.
Yeah. Hello, Saturn. Sorry, I will not be in this stream. I will be in the next stream. All right.
Actually, if you don't even know you're driving an engine, can I share my screen real quick?
All right. Do do do. And and I believe the fireman. Yeah, the fireman was named Simweb. So
Hmm.
yeah, and pretty much 382 was a brand new spanking engine when it crashed. Like only 2 years old, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, 1898. Yeah, yeah, it would have been 2 years old. Casey Jones. R.I.P. Casey Jones. There you go.
Yeah, Rip Casey Jones.
Casey Jones wrecked his engine. He failed. Now he's dead, but he saved some lives. I guess that was cool. But now 382 now has to go to the Illinois Central shops. By the way, what is the shops on the Illinois Central? What is the Illinois Central's main shops at the time?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just like, now that's gonna bug me. That is really gonna bug me now. Oh, Blackhawks here. Cool. Casey Jones, low, low, low. Yes, we are RIPing Casey Jones.
Oh,
Casey
Mister,
Jones.
do you mind if I share my screen real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Because I did something for this where I put an older famous locomotive and a newer famous locomotive side by, well, not exactly side by side, but side by side a little bit.
Okay.
Basically, what I did was I put 382 and 765 by each other.
All right. Let me. I think night. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, my 382 is a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll admit it's made by the same guy, but this is a private version of it. It
Oh,
even comes with an anim. It comes with an animated bell too.
oh. Where can I
If
get?
I'm,
How did
it's
you got
if
this?
I'm friends with the guy. That's kind of how.
Oh,
But yeah, this is this version of 382 used the immersive railroading version when he made it. He built it all from scratch.
nice.
And of course, next to it's the 765, which I couldn't share with audio, but I actually finished that whistle.
Nice. Yeah. Is that the more realistic version of the engine, or is mine the realistic version?
I'd have to say the one I have right here is because not only does it have a lot more detail, it's actually more in scale with the American engines.
Oh, okay. Because
The,
mine has all gold and stuff. I don't know if it had gold, like
I mean,
handrail.
it's cool. I'll admit it. He did a good job with this other one, but it's not really in. If you spawn a K&L engine out next to it, you'll see it's kind of small compared to that of the one of the big K&L American engines.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But both the models are good nonetheless.
Okay, Saturn. All right. Let's get back on track. How you doing today, Blackhawk?
Not that yourself.
Oh, not bad. I'm just running Casey Jones's 382.
Casey Jones. But like who is Casey? Casey Jones. Yeah, Casey Jones.
I think the old guy is supposed to be Casey Jones. I'm not sure.
There's two old guys.
I think
Yeah.
I think the person who made the model just put the generic trains drivers in.
Oh, okay. How fast am I going?
106.
Holy bajingas!
107.
Holy Pachinga!
The engine, I'm pretty sure that it has the engine spec that allows it to go to 111.
Oh, so that's why it can like highball to crazy speeds.
What am I thinking? Oh my god, I just figured out. The T1. Duh. I'm updating that thing.
111?
Yeah, I think that's as fast as it'll go in game. Is
Oh,
up to 111.
112?
Yeah.
Never mind. Hey, I think you're about to your track's about to end right there. Because
113.
damn, what's
Okay. Ramble's engine.
By the way, do you have the 382 model on Blackhawk?
I do.
Do you have the junk like this version, or do you have the more fancier version?
he'd have that version because the more fancy version, as I said, is private. He hasn't released it.
Okay, will he release it?
Last I checked, no.
Okay.
But you never know.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta call this off. I gotta go. Bye.
114.
Can you get to 115? It did. You know, I'll admit it, looking at two models side by side, the K&L model is a stark improvement over the Colorado 71 model.
Oh, where did Blackhawk go?
He said he had to go, and he left.
Oh, all right. I didn't hear that. Like I said, this game is loud.
Yeah, very loud.
Yeah, on my end. Brandon may join us, so
Really?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does say it's a Rogers. Can you see that?
Yeah, it does. The clear as
Okay.
day Rogers built things on there.
Okay. So why would I don't know how is that a Rogers built? Is that supposed to be a Rogers Builders plate, or does it say Rogers because it was made by Rogers?
I think it's just I'm pretty sure most Rogers engines have that on their cylinder. The ones that are like have the cylinders like that in the first place, at least. So
I didn't.
I'm guessing it's sort of both. either just to say it's Rogers because it's Rogers, but also kind of a builder's plate.
Okay, because I don't see that on Sierra Railroad number 3.
So maybe it was just put on certain engines, like
Okay.
the bigger 460s, the 46. Wait, isn't 460 or is it a 260?
Huh. Number 3. It's a 10-wheeler.
Yeah, 460.
Yeah, 460, but it's a little
Maybe
bit smaller.
maybe also could have been like a feature like Rogers, like you could ask Rogers for it to be put on.
Oh, yeah, that could be a reason.
You know, not fully
117.
not fully thinking about it. Something that amazes me is the 765 actually had its original service life whistle during the time when it replaced Set 2716 on excursions for the Southern Railroad.
Oh,
I know this because it took place after it was restored. As I'm from what because my only thing was is that why didn't they choose another locomotive to restore instead of just getting 765 to do 2716's job?
hmm.
Maybe they're just running out of funding for restoring engines because the 4 engines they already had to maintain. So they just decided might as well just instead of wasting more money on another engine, just might as well borrow an engine that's already restored and is already in Berkshire.
Yeah.
And 765, who was the most recent and new restored at the time, fit that description. So, they just asked to borrow it.
All right. Let's see if we could take another picture here. 119 miles per hour. Can you believe that?
Yeesh. No, I cannot.
That is very much unrealistic for a 10-wheeler like this.
Yeah, as I said before, I think it's just probably something with the engine spec.
All right.
Honestly, my thing with that was if I didn't like the speed, I'd always just not have it at 100% throttle or just change the engine spec to so it doesn't go as fast.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if this works. All right. Hey, Knight,
What?
don't you fret.
Going 119.
I'm trying to react the song or the real incident.
What game is this? Can it be played? Can it PlayStation 4 play this? No, this is Trains 2019, and no PlayStation Trains. As far as I know, only allows controller support through Steam. So with no intent to bring it to console, at least to my knowledge.
But you can get it on like the smartphone or the tablet.
I mean, you could get it on PS4 if you jailbreaked it, but I'm pretty sure jailbreaking is illegal. So
Yeah. Don't jawbreak.
jailbreak. But yeah, honestly, if you don't ask because I don't have no clue how to do it. I just know about it because I've seen a jailbroken PS4 before.
Okay. And by the way, welcome to the live stream. I don't know if I think he's new. I've been
Yeah.
getting a lot of new guys.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Knight here's my fireman. I'm telling him don't go bajinga, don't go crazy. And he's not giving up. He's gonna shove more coal until we get to New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Yeah, because technically the Cannonball is a predecessor to the city of New Orleans, if I'm correct.
I think you might be right. I have no idea. Illinois Central is the one railroad I can tell you I know the least about.
Same here, but I've been near the Illinois Central track edge.
The only trackage I live near, I don't know, but if I'm correct, it is X. It is either X New York Central, X. Actually, considering where I live, it's probably X B and O.
Okay, I like B&O. I like B&O.
Here's the thing, though. You might think it's weird, but the trackage is shared by both NS and CSX.
Really?
As I've seen CSX intermodal trains as well as NS mixed freights going through.
Ah. If it adds, if I can add it onto my, it might work on it.
No, it won't. Because as I said, jailbreaking is not an add. If you're talking about jailbreaking, it's not an add-on. I don't know how to do it, but basically, it's code. It's where you use certain like apps and coding on PC to break the It's called jailbreaking because what you do is it basically uses coding to let you play more games than you should be allowed to play. Like you could probably end up getting games like Halo, Agario, things like that on your PlayStation. As I said, it's not recommended because it is very illegal and can get you in actual legal trouble with fines. So I wouldn't recommend doing it.
Yep. Don't recommend it.
And I
Just
even don't recommend, just don't do it. It's not a good idea.
No, just get a PC then. Just
At
get
that point, yeah, with all those risks, at that point, just save up and buy a PC.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Same. Actually, I didn't buy mine. Mine was rented from Rent a Center, but beginning of this year we paid it off. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's officially ours.
Nice.
And the only thing I'm concerned about it is they had to put a brand new motherboard in it instead of the one the company gave it because it's a pre-built. You want to know why?
Why?
Because apparently Skytech Legacies are very, very infamous for having having motherboard failures.
Oh.
So they put in a Skytech brand motherboard.
The one thing that my dad warned me when I got this PC is get something that's powerful and
Yeah,
has a
just
very good motherboard.
you want to know something I'll admit, like what I plan on doing soon, or once I graduate.
What?
Once I graduate school, I'm gonna admittedly be less on Discords. I'm gonna get a job, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and save up money, so I can if the job being I'm gonna try and go into photography, or
Oh.
if I get enough subs and I start making money, I'll make YouTube a full-time job, but doing nothing but rail fanning. I mean, hey, if Coaster Productions can do it, why can't I?
Yeah. And I know that there's several others that do it. I gotta remember.
Dynamo Productions, Brian McDonald, or as is now called High Iron,
Yeah.
are main examples.
Yeah, Brian
I
still
mean,
has his old channel, right?
yeah, but he just renamed it to High Iron.
Okay. Yeah, Jeff. I paid $40 for the new
Horseshoe
horseshoe
Curve?
curve.
I think he's talking. That's Train Sim World.
Yeah, I have that game.
Yeah, Train Sim World's on PS4. That'd be Train Sim World. So that would
Yeah.
probably, if I'm correct, that would be the Horseshoe Curve add-on for NS.
Yeah. I thought somewhere
Mhm.
it had an Amtrak train on that DLC.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I think Jeff, if you like steam locomotives like I do, Train Sim World is coming out with a map dedicated to steam railroading, but it's not American. It's from the
Brit-
UK.
British. As
It's
you said, I
British.
think it's. I think you said it was a jubilee. There's going to be a jubilee, an LMS Jubilee and LMS ADF.
Yeah, but all in BR.
Yeah. Believe it or not, but something people don't know about me is I actually don't just follow American steam railroadings. I also follow British steam railroading. Not
Same
big,
here.
not big news, but I know a little bit about British steam engines.
Hmm. By the way, did the LMS Royal Scot came to Chicago, or did it? I think it went to Chicago, if I'm correct.
I think that part I don't know. I think it did come to Chicago for a special event. So let's see. There's been Flying Scotsman, LMS Duchess of Hamilton disguised as Coronation, and Royal Scot. Three British engines so far that came to the United States.
And there's Flying Dutchman.
Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, there's a unknown tank engine from Great Britain in Kentucky.
Oh, all right. There's also that. I'm pretty sure there's another tank engine that Amtrak Guide 365 talked about. That's British. That came that a torso would open solely for a place to run it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That is Flying
never
Dutchman.
mind. Yeah, so
Duchess is
that's
the Flying
4
Dutchman.
engines. Yeah, that's 4 engine.
And then if you count Canada, there was a British engine running at the Fort Steele Railroad out in British Columbia.
That it also ran in. Yeah, that's Repton. It also ran at Steamtown at one point as well.
Okay, and I think it came down to Sacramento for Rail Fair 91, if I'm correct.
Nope, that was an old LNER tank engine, tank engine that's now at the National Museum it's not in Yorkshire. I know that.
I know there
but-
were 2 British engines there.
So that means if I'm doing the math correctly, so far that's 7 British engines that came to America. Here's the thing: that tank engine that went to Sacramento never had the American modifications. It was only there just to run for a little bit at that event and never ran again.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it ran once in tourist life just for that event. They didn't even restore it either. It was in pretty good condition. It was in storage the whole time when it was first bought, so they just fired it up.
Wow. And why was the reason that it went to America?
It was brought because the owner was asked about it coming to Sacramento for the event at the museum, which was if I'm correct, was an NRHS convention because they wanted to use something that wasn't just American, and that was the first thing they thought of was that little tank engine.
Oh. So they didn't think like Flying Scotsman or Mallard or anything like that.
I'm pretty sure by that point, if depending on the year, Mallard wasn't even in operation yet. It was still being restored because I know sometime in the 80s.
Okay. And Flying Scotsman already went to America at that point.
Yeah, let's just say the owner at the time was like heard about the event and said, "Yeah, no, I'm not sending this back there." Especially after what happened at I think it was William McAlpine with the file. No, wait, it was either William McAlpine.
Alan Pegler.
Oh yeah, it was Alan Pegler, who had the file for bankruptcy, and it was stored in U.S. Navy base to avoid unpaid creditors.
And then somehow it got into the hands of the U.S. government.
Yeah, then it got into the hands of now I think it was William McAlpine who then purchased it out of the U.S. Navy base and brought it back home to the U.K.
Okay.
I think it was William McAlpine. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it was William McAlpine that brought it back to the UK.
Jesus Christ! Now realizing it, these British engines bankrupt people faster than American engines.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I mean, our engines cost more, and yet there's bankrupt them somehow. But then again, yeah, William McAlpine did take it cross country, and then he had to pay for it himself when the British government withdrew funds.
Yeah, and not to mention it. You know what's funny? Sir William McAlpine wouldn't take it back to the U.S., but it would take it to Australia.
Yeah. Now, you want to know something? Do you know the event that got Flying Scotsman to Australia?
To celebrate 200 years since the discovery of Australia by the British.
I think you want to know something about that event when they're in the planning phase for it, like the Aussie government.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Basically, 614 was even considered and invited, but the
What?
reason it never came because at the time, guess who owned it? Ross Rowland said no. He didn't want it to go. He didn't. He considered it, but then said no because it cost too much.
Ross Rolling, we need to talk.
I
If
mean, I
we
mean,
need
he
to
was a
talk, man.
I mean, Ross Rowland, he's a good guy, but I've heard that he apparently trapped a couple kids who were vandalizing property in a roundhouse until the cops came. They were even screaming and crying the whole time, apparently. So I've heard. I can't say if that's true or not. I've only heard it on some old railfan forum. I can't remember what it was called, so I honestly don't trust it. But if that's true, then that means Ross Rowland is behind the scenes a really bad person. I mean, then
Yeah.
again, we thought Richard Jensen was a good guy. Did you know that wasn't even Metra that scrapped 5629?
No. I
It was
figure
Jerry Jacobson.
Jerry Jacobson scrapped it?
Yep, it was. I found a lot. I did a lot of research for I think remember 2 years about it because it didn't make sense. You want to know what I found out?
What?
Metra wanted to preserve the damn thing. They were going to send it to the nearby Fox River Trolley Museum for a static display and for storage until the trolley could find somewhere that it could stay. They wanted to preserve the damn thing, but you know what happened?
What?
Jerry Jacobson called the people who the team of scrap merchants to scrap it because he wanted, and then sued the Metra for his own because he wanted to do it for his own gain, but it backfired.
Huh.
It was all his plan. And it turns out behind the scenes, he was also a dick to his workers. And before the scrapping occurred, he even fired his head mechanic for no reason. For no reason. The reason people believed it was Metra is because eventually the story got retold the wrong way, and eventually misinformation spread, which caused people to start believing it was Metra, but it wasn't.
Oh, that sucks. I like Jerry Joe Jacobson.
Yeah, but not Jerry Joe Jacobson, Jensen. It was Richard Jensen.
So it was Richard Jensen's fault.
Yeah, Jerry Jacobson, I'm pretty sure, was the guy who owned the Ohio Central.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
So it was Richard Jensen's freaking fault.
yeah. What's ironic is Richard Jensen preserved the damn thing and then scrapped it later for his own gain. Because I think you want to know something that also happened that makes him an asshole.
What?
5629 was supposed to run excursions at one point on the Penn Central, but it flopped. And by that point tickets were already selling, and guess what happened?
What?
Jensen didn't refund the tickets. He pocketed the money.
What?
Yeah, I found researching that part was fun to me because by that point I was already pissed off realizing that he was a bad person. He pocketed the money. I'll admit he pocketed the money and then admittedly he did something slightly good to it and gave the money and used the money put the money towards something else for say 5629. But still, he refused to refund the tickets to the passengers who couldn't get the ride behind it during the Penn Central excursions.
Huh. So what? It would have been nice if Jerry Joe Jacobson preserved it, or Fort Wayne.
Or even Steam Railroading Institute, somewhere like around there, like Steam Railroading Institute, maybe even Canadian Grand Trunk Western itself, because they did preserve one of their U3Bs for excursions.
Yeah. I'm surprised that even Grand Trunk was not interested.
Then again, I'm pretty sure by that point they already had the 6325 and didn't need any more engines for excursions.
I thought 6325 was donated to.
Wait, my bad. It was 6323, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Then that one went to the Illinois Railway Museum.
Yes. Hold on. Yeah, it was 6323. Yes, it's 6323. It currently rests in a barn in the IRM at a barn in one of the but it rests in barn 9 at the Illinois Railroad Museum. It's not in the best shape, I'll admit it.
Yeah.
But it could be better. It could be worse.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can say that 6323 was one of the legendary locomotives that ran in the 70s, like as well as 759 and
470.
470, the Reading T1s for the Rambles. Union Pacific 844 was back. I'm pretty sure by that point was being used as a snow plow, as like a steam like snow clearing thing. I think I don't know. I don't know when 844 started hauling excursions, but I know it was never retired because obviously that's why it's called the Living Legend. You know, it's ironic because it confuses me why Union Pacific never retired that specific engine. But last I heard, other than it not being retired, it doesn't have much historical significance behind it.
Yeah. You got a couple of comments here. Yeah,
See,
I would much rather have an American engine. Okay, and I'd much rather have a Canadian engine in this game.
let's see. Yeah.
I cannot stop playing the new game. I love it so much. That's good.
Did Casey ever get rebuilt? I can answer that. After its accident, yes, but it started to have a bad luck streak. It derailed a lot, and eventually the engine was scrapped in the 50s. However, if you're wondering, then why is there 382 around today at that one museum? That is Clinchfield 99. That looks like almost identical to it and took its place.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be pretty cool to see Clinchfield 99 restored. This isn't one of those cases of, restore it, run it on a horseshoe curb. It'd be actually nice to see Clinchfield 99 restored. I'll admit it, I'd kind of like to see it put back into its Clinchfield scheme. Because there isn't much Clinchfield engines around, let alone in service.
Yeah.
The only one that I can think of is a diesel.
Well, and then there's the creepypasta thing.
Okay, that was okay, yeah, that one.
Yeah, the 311. And by the way, the Clinchfield Railroad did not have a former Frisco engine.
Well, I found out, I think if I remember the research correctly, they did have mountain types, but they're USRA built mountain types. You know, like, so they were bought from the USRA.
Okay. And what were their numbers?
I don't remember. I know they were 4 digits. That was it. Because USRA.
So
but 311 was a real engine. But it wasn't a mountain. It was a consolidation.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
You know,
why did people get real arrangements wrong? It's a 280, not a 482.
You know, actually thinking about it, I did have something fictional for 311 for the Indiana Western universe.
Okay.
311 was a number given to a mountain type during the 1980s. You see, before the Indian and Western owned it, 1525 ran excursions on the main line wherever it could. So one of those excursions was actually a Clinchfield excursion, but the Clinchfield wanted to give it a number, so they repainted it in the Clinchfield livery and the crews chose the 311 because they'd actually by that point not preserved the engine, but no old number plates from it. Let's just say, because there are engines like that that have some sort of thing that makes them alive, let's just say 1525 complained the whole time. Yeah, he didn't like it much.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. It's not because the creepypasta, it's because he didn't like being renumbered. Because here's the thing. 1525 was one of the in this universe. There was always a superstition amongst the alive trains that if you got renumbered, you would have a bad luck streak. It was always a superstition, not because of the creepypasta, but because of other engines that were had similar accidents because of being renumbered.
I see. Let me see if I can find a spot. So, yeah, 382 was in like 3 other wrecks, I think.
Yeah, it was three major ones and a couple. I think it was three major wrecks and a lot more minor derailments.
Okay. I think one was in 1903, 1912, and I forget the other one.
Isn't the year 1912, especially for one of its wrecks, a little ironic?
Oh no! Oh, the anniversary was just like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, the Titanic's wreck.
Yeah, I think it's been 110 years.
Yeah. No, I actually saw a video on it that was very interesting. The admit was pretty cool.
What?
It was a video about what would happen if the Queen Mary had hit Titanic's iceberg instead of the Titanic. But
Would it
in
survive?
in a nutshell, yes, the watertight compartments were built a lot more advanced and better because of Titanic's accident, and there were a lot of more other factors, including very watertight plating among the entire ship, especially along the oil bunkers, meaning that it probably wouldn't have sank, but it would have dipped under slightly because dipped down slightly because damage and a little bit of water gets in.
Yeah.
But basically, in a nutshell, it survives, is towed off, and repaired to the closest shipyard and repaired. Which, because of how far it was from New York, it would have been New York.
Huh. I think I believe 1551 of the Ohio Central was built not in the same month as Titanic, same year, same month as
Hold on.
Titanic.
I can look that up real quick. CN 1551.
That's why I call it the Titanic engine.
Let's see. What's ironic is I forgot all the information about Titanic, considering when I was a little kid, I was a nerd on it.
Oh, I see.
Let's see. It was rolled out in April 1912. Ironic.
Don't you think?
It was ironic. It was rolled out of the Montreal locomotive. It even says it on the Aegis Roundhouse's thing. Constructed the same month as the sinking of Titanic.
Wow. I'm gonna have to say 2 wows.
Yeah. It was built as Canadian Northern Railway number 1354 in April of 1912. In 1923, after the merger with Canadian Government Railways, it became part of Canadian National Railway. After Canadian Northern, a number of railroads were consolidated into CN. Number 1354 and its sisters were lightweight locomotives designed to hold. It doesn't even say. Okay, let's see. It doesn't say. Okay, so it was renumbered to 1551 in 1956.
Okay.
And
what was its original?
Its original was 1354.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
History is repeating itself.
Oh no, it's a B&O caboose.
On an Illinois Central main. Well, actually it's CNO.
I see this comment down there saying, I'm still surprised why it's saying the unsinkable ship, no ship ever built is unsinkable, that they all sink. Here's the thing. You want to know why I think it sunk?
Why?
Because I think it was it was a week before its departure into the Atlantic where it hit its iceberg. The same side it hit its iceberg, a boiler caught on fire.
What?
yeah, a boiler fire happened, weakening the side that it hit. So had it hit the other side, it probably would have suffered a few scrapes and scratches, and it probably a lot of heavy damage, but probably wouldn't have sank.
Huh.
The same side it hit, as I said, was damaged from a boiler fire. I literally found research about that. And
I
a lot
also
of people. You want to know something else as well?
what?
Apparently, underwater, part of its name came off, and guess what? The new part of its name, the part of the name that came off says.
What?
Now, on its side, part of the Titanic's name came off, and the letters MLP. Ironic as it is. Wait, no, it's
My
L.
little
No. I'm sorry. I had to make that joke. It's actually LMP. And guess what?
What?
That kind of ties in with the theory. Oh, someone's calling you.
Who's calling me? Oh, it's Megami. He has to come on the live stream.
All right. So
If he
the
wants
theory
to talk.
goes. All right. So the theory goes that after its accident with the HMS Hawk, Olympic was swapped it with Titanic since Titanic was in a better condition. And I think I can help prove that theory.
How?
At the back of it, it's like its cab or whatever, like the walkway was closed off with open windows. Well, the Titanic's when it was first built didn't have its like end closed off, but instead very open with a curve, like an open cab.
Well,
And then when Titanic
Casey
launched,
just
then
died.
Casey just died. So then,
Casey died 122 times. Poor
Yeah.
fella.
then I'll say
And
it when
what?
there's the coaches and part of the trucks.
Man, this is worse than the Titanic crash.
Then when the Titanic departed, though, it had the closed off ending to like its walkway, like the Olympic had. Isn't that
Okay.
kind of suspicious? Because, by the way, records have been later showed it didn't go in for any rebuilds before it's like sank or before it launched for its very first testing and maiden voyage.
Huh.
There you go. That kind of helps support the theory that it wasn't Titanic that crashed, but Olympic, and it was done. If you wonder, the theory also states it was done for insurance purposes because Olympic was already had a bad insurance rep because of the accident with the HMS Hawk.
That's
guess who?
suspicious.
And guess who's the skipper of the Olympic when the HMS Hawk crash happened, happened?
What?
The man who'd become Titanic's captain during when it sank.
Boy, this world
Yep.
is messed up.
Yeah, Mr. Smith.
Yeah. Alright. Hello, Randall. Welcome to the anniversary of the Titanic and Casey Jones live stream.
I guess it's both Titanic and Casey Jones now.
Yeah, two of the worst wrecks in transportation history.
Actually, no, Titanic wouldn't be considered that. Wilhelm Gustloff was a lot worse than Titanic.
Really?
Yep, Wilhelm Gustloff I think it was World War II. Wilhelm Gustloff was built as a ship, and the night it sank, there was a lot of unaccounted for people, but the theory goes that over 10,000 people were on the ship, and most of them being refugees escaping the war between Nazi Germany and Russia. And a Russian U-boat was the one that sank it, shooting 3 torpedoes at it.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just say there was a lot of deaths with that one.
What's another wreck? What do you
Doing
think?
it Paz.
What is the unsafest transportation vehicle ever?
Car. Have you seen the amount of drunk drivers there are? People should not be behind those things until they're sober.
Okay. Some people say trains are the worst transportation ever because they crash so often.
Well, I would say no. Some freight. Think about it. Some of these cars have probably been in some of the freight cars we have probably been in service for decades.
Yeah.
Same with the Am fleets for Amtrak. They've been in service since I think the 70s, since the introduction of I think the 80s actually, since the introduction of the F40PH. Well, no, the Pooch actually this was given head end power so they could pull them. So somewhere around the 70s and 80s.
Okay. Hey, Randall, welcome to the stream.
Hey, what's happening?
Well, we're talking about Titanic and Casey Jones.
That sounds interesting.
Yes. And he just came up with he just found some theories.
All right.
Do you want to tell Knight?
Basically, one of the major theories is that the ship that sank wasn't Titanic, but instead sister ship Olympic, because mainly insurance reasons due to the fact it already had a major collision sometime before with the HMS Hawk. It was not a head-on collision, but instead they tried to turn around it. But thanks to the propeller, according to the accident report, the propeller portion sucked the other ship in, causing it to crash right into the side.
Yeah, I've heard those rumors too. I've read on it.
Actually, I think it's kind of weird. Titanic was when it was first built. Looking at the builder's photos, it had the end of the walkway towards the back was open. Then randomly, it was closed when it departed from Queensland, I think it was, before its crash.
I think it departed from. It was built in Ireland. Well,
it was built in Belfast, I think.
Yeah, Belfast, which is in the UK, but in Ireland. But it departed from the UK near London.
It went to France. Yeah, then it went to France, picked up passengers there. Then it went to. I think that's hold on, let me check the stops before.
Yeah. I have two things interesting that I want to tell you guys.
Yeah.
So, you know the company that owned Titanic, right?
White Star Line?
Yeah. I think it was owned by the Grand Trunk. Had some sort of relationship with the Grand Trunk Railway. Not like Grand Trunk Western, the Grand Trunk.
No, it wasn't owned by any. It didn't have any relations with the railroad. So I'm looking now. It was owned by J. Bruce Ismay.
I thought it had some sort of, because I know it was.
It was owned. It's sort of. White Star actually owned a subsidiary company called the International Mercantile Marine Company.
I think that one was owned by Grand Trunk Railway. I think so. And also, the head of the railway, Charles Melville Hayes, died on that ship. So, if you're a railroad fan, if you like Titanic, and if you like Canadian railroads, there are some facts for you.
Well,
So,
no, go ahead.
what are you saying? I want to hear.
I was just going to say, in case you're wondering where I'm at, you're looking at the north end of the siding at Koshkonong, Missouri.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So I'm actually waiting on a train right now.
Are those new signals right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, the first place I'm going to try and go this year, if I can, is I'm going to wait until Hawking 3 gets back into season. I don't know. It's not going to be long. From one of my friends is the volunteer fireman on the thing. I think he said it starts season usually in May. And then it goes out of season in December.
Okay.
So I found a map of Titanic's voyage, by the way. It was built in Southampton.
Okay.
Then it started there, went to Cherbourg, France, and then departed from Queenstown, Ireland, where it eventually crashed into the iceberg. Actually, by the looks of several different versions of it, it was supposed to make a stop in Halifax. I think that's
Oh.
Maine, Halifax, Maine, and then finally go to New York.
No, Halifax is in Canada.
Oh yeah,
It's in
Halifax.
Nova Scotia.
Yeah, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and then it would go right to New York after that.
That proves my Grand Trunk point.
Yeah, you're right. It could have been connecting. Maybe if there was a dock terminal, it could have. It was supposed probably would have connected with the Grand Trunk, and then after that, it would have docked in New York, and then made its trip back to, well, back to Southampton. I think.
Yeah.
I think that
And
was the plan.
by the way, Canadian Pacific did had a shipping company. I don't know if that Grand Trunk did, but
Yeah, I think Canadian Pacific owned a big one of those another famous ship that went down.
oh, is that the Empress of Japan or?
No, I don't think it was.
I know there's the Empress of Japan, the Empress of India, the Empress of China, the Empress of Australia, I think, and Empress of Great Britain, I think. Sorry, Randall. I don't
Oh,
know.
you're fine.
I don't know what happened. First, we talk about trains, and now we're on the seas.
Yeah, and that happens. We kind of get sidetracked every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a lot of railroads that own shipping companies.
Yeah, Canadian Pacific owned one.
Yeah, Canadian Pacific Shipping, I think. Ship
Yeah.
lines. Also Canadian Pacific, there's Canadian Pacific Hotels, Canadian Pacific Telegraph, Canadian Pacific Trucking, Canadian Pacific Airlines. Huh. That's very interesting. Do you know those companies, guys?
The NSF for a long time had their own containers and trailers and trucks for a long time, and so did Burlington Northern and Santa Fe, and the Santa Fe when they were separated.
Oh, okay. What's another company? I thought Southern Pacific owned something. Or is
Yeah,
that a
I'm
railroad?
trying to think of the name.
Is this Southern Pacific Trucking?
Well, they called it by something. It was owned by Southern Pacific. I forgot what it was called. Pig something.
Oh, is it Sprint? Am I thinking about Sprint? Because I know Sprint was a Southern Pacific company. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The internet company that just got.
Sprint was owned by Southern Pacific.
Yeah. The first two letters, SP. Remember?
Oh yeah, you're right.
There you go. There's a railroad fact. Oh, Mogami just tech. Oh,
Well, I'm getting
oh,
10 here on the scanner.
oh. So that's the hull of the Titanic.
No. What I sent you was the hull of the HMS Olympic. Well, no, damn it. RMS Olympic after the collision with the HMS Hawk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The reason, luckily, because the watertight doors, it didn't sink. Which means that kind of means something. If that compartment filled up with water, and there's also this idea too, not popular, but I'm thinking about it. Maybe the Titanic's watertight doors were built faulty, because if Olympics worked and Titanic's didn't, then it might have been faulty.
By the way, if you're hearing that kind of staticky noise, that's my scanner in this
Yeah.
van. Uh, some of these vans have a lot of interference in them, and the scanners pick it up.
I realized, how do people? I'm kind of new to going out and actually doing rail fanning. How do people usually predict when a train's about to come by?
Yeah, well, some of these vans scanners aren't as bad as others. This one I'm in picks up interference pretty bad, so there's a couple other newer ones that actually does it too.
Hmm.
I don't know if there'll be anything ahead of this train I'm waiting on or not. We may not see nothing until it gets here. It's showing something's out there because the signals for the northbound or for the southbounds are red, so there's something coming south. Whatever this train is, it's a unit train, so I don't know what it's going to be hauling. According to the initials, it originated out of Birmingham, Alabama. So
I'm back.
all right.
Did I miss anything?
No, you didn't miss anything.
Good.
I was just telling your friend there that I don't know if there's going to be anything ahead of this train or not.
Okay.
That I'm waiting on.
And this is a Burlington Northern Santa Fe train?
This will be a BNSF train.
Okay. Are you on the job right now, or is this
I'm
rail
on the
fanning?
job right now. I'm just waiting. So,
Okay, is this that train that you're waiting for?
yep.
Awesome.
It says it originated out of Birmingham, Alabama, so it came from a good ways away. So, there's something coming because when I pulled in, the signals are lit red for southbounders. So there's something coming north.
Okay.
I just don't know if there'll be anything ahead of this train I'm waiting on. I haven't heard anything on the scanner yet.
Oh, where did Knight go? Knight?
I just had to jump off for a minute.
Oh. All right. How's everybody enjoying the live stream so far? Anybody in the chat? No? Okay. Right. So how long is that train gonna be?
It depends because I don't know what this thing actually is. It's a unit train. That's all I can tell you because it's got a U symbol on it.
Okay.
It could be anything from a grain train to a coal train. It could even be one of those sand trains that they bring out every once in a while.
Okay.
If it's a sand train, they're not terribly long trains. They're probably about if I had to take a swing at, I'd say they'd be either side of 5,000 foot long. Because the cars aren't they're all two-bay hoppers. Those sand trains are so, but they weigh a lot.
Okay. How long is that? Where's that train right now? Do you know?
I don't know because I don't have a tracker.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, hold on. I'll be right back.
like I said, there's something coming north because the signals for southbounders are lit red. At least this signal behind me is lit red. So I can't really tell what these two signals have on them to know if there's anything coming ahead of this train or not. But we'll find out here in a minute. If there is something coming, we'll hear it on the scanner because they'll swap out at there.
All right.
So
Hold on quick. I'll be right back.
unfortunately, there really hasn't been much running this week here on the Thayer sub. So this is my first trip in 2 days,
Okay.
2.5 days. So
All right,
And
I'm back.
all right, and if you was wondering how long this siding is, um, I was told it's somewhere around 8,000 foot long, maybe a little
Okay.
more than that. Because they usually beat coal trains here. They'll have a coal train sitting here tied down every once in a while, and it usually it can usually clear one of the sidings. So we're probably talking, and those trains are between 75 and 8,000 foot long, or 7,500 and 8,000 foot is what I'm saying. So
Those are pretty long trains.
yeah, uh, well, believe it or not, they run some longer ones here, some detour trains. They call them New Madrid trains because uh, they're actually New Madrid, Missouri bound trains, and they're
Wow.
actually longer than the normal Thayer sub trains that run through here. So not by much, they're just a little bit longer, but we had one. I guess they had to swap out crews here at Kosh, and they had both crossings blocked. So
Okay. I can't see those signals. Do you know what they're reading?
I can't tell you because they're facing south.
Okay.
So, and I can't drive down there to see what they're going to be like because there's actually a big ditch right down there.
Oh, okay.
It might not be real smart for me to plunge this van off in that ditch. So
Yeah, don't.
it might be hazardous to my job security.
Yeah.
I know these behind. I know this signal behind me is lit red, so there's something coming north. So
Okay.
I just can't tell if what the reading is on these two.
Let me see. By the way, I have you know my friend. Did I told you about Brady Trackmaster 2021 yet?
Sounds familiar, but you might want to refresh me on it.
So he's the new guy in town that I've met. He's a nice guy. He's up and coming YouTuber.
Yeah.
So I made him a video. I made a video for him, and he liked it, and he published it. So
All right.
yeah, let me see if I can share that in the chat for everybody. Please, guys, go check out his video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to him. Let's get him to like 50 subscribers. Let's start out with that. Like 50 subscribers. Sounds fair. All right, just send it to the private chat too. All right, let me double. Oh, where's this train wreck? Huh. Nickel Plate Road, Indiana train derailment. Huh. That's interesting. Let me see if I can get to track. There we go. All right. All right, we got him up to 10 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Come on, guys. I know you can do it. We got to get him. Let's get him up to 50 subscribers. All right. Also, I shall link his channel too for everybody. Please subscribe. Alright, guys, please go check him out. He's an awesome YouTuber. He's gonna make a Thomas and Tank Engine movie. He's gonna make his own version of Thomas and the Magic Railroad. So, if you guys want to voice act for him or you just want to support him, there's your link. So, Randall, what's that progress on that train?
Say again.
What's the progress so far?
We're still here waiting on it.
Oh, okay.
About 20 minutes till pickup time because the pickup was at 18:10, which would be 6:10. So it somewhere between 6:10 and 6:20, we should be seeing this train. So
Nice. I'll make sure to keep the live stream up until we can see that train. I want to see that train too. All right. Pengu. I don't know. You ever heard of Pengu?
never heard of it.
Oh my goodness. Everybody, me, a couple of guys on Brandon's streams have been talking about it, and I've been a nerd about it for a while now. Oh my goodness. Guess what you can buy? And this makes me really angry.
What's that?
Basically, shirts that say "Mother effing pigs," and it's the PRR logo. That makes me mad. Whoever did that needs to go to jail. Supporting the wrong sport, supporting the wrong team. I feel, yeah, oh, it's that. I don't know if you've seen that guy that screams "F you" to the Pennsylvania Heritage Unit. Have you seen that video?
No, I haven't.
Oh my goodness. This stupid guy just says F New York Central, F the guys that don't like no, he says F PR and F the guys who like it. So yeah.
That's not very sporting, is it?
Yeah. I don't know what's up with the New York Central guys. They just don't I don't know. I don't know. What's up with you New York Central guys out there? Why do you don't like us? We're like the nicest people in the world. We give out hot chocolates, during Christmas time, you know. We're like the nicest people on the planet. All right. Mm-hmm. That's kind of interesting. That kind of looks like a Cagney. Huh. But it's 12-inch gauge. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness. I freaking hate creepypastas. Stop making creepypastas of 382. And don't turn lake locomotives into people that look creepy and want to eat my soul. Like they come from the gates of hell. Please don't. Please just don't. Please, people, just don't. Oh, you're in. Oh.
Thank
Hey,
you for
Mogami.
the idea. I'm gonna do it.
What?
The people.
No. No.
Just kidding.
Okay, good. Good.
You made me. Why? I'm back to the pang.
Pengu.
Curb.
I was going to tell you how bright the auto dial out is when it called me, it told me to pick the crew up at Koshkonong, Arkansas. The thing is, Koshkonong is in Missouri.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, right town, wrong state.
So what's Randall
Yeah.
doing?
I am waiting on a train.
Waiting for a train.
Yep, I gotta take the crew back to there.
Hmm.
That's why you can hear my scanner going nuts here. I gotta have it turned up so I can hear them.
HeritageUnits.com.
By the way,
There we go.
Mogami,
There we go. There's a better angle of the picture.
Mogami Randall works for a company that transports railroad crews.
Yep.
Oh, similar to dispatcher.
Well, no, I'm just a van driver.
Yeah, he
Oh.
doesn't work for the railroad. He's
We're
basically
contracted with them.
yeah, they're
That
contracted.
would be fun though, if you worked for the railroad. Because I would, I'd say this. Hey, LJL.
Yeah.
Over.
Oh my goodness. Oh, here you go. There's your over.
Now something's coming. It's big.
Oh, let me see if we can get a bigger picture. Let's do that.
For 1,000 feet. He's 600 foot on the clearance point. He gets 9, so he's 1,000 feet out.
Newt, I've seen that. Well, looks like I'm hearing like a big train coming. I like the sounds of that.
I'm wondering what engine's leading.
Do you know, Randall, what locomotives are leading that train?
Most in your cost, but trying to expedite the moves for Bush.
The leader of the train I'm waiting on is BNSF 6779.
Is that, hold on, 67?
6779.
Looks like it's in a normal scheme because I just looked it up.
79. BNSF.
Nothing special. Probably in the newest. It's in the newest scheme of BNSF.
I don't know. What locomotive is that?
It is a ES44. It's a -9, I think.
Oh, it's a C44 4.
I think
It's not a -9.
but it's similar. I know it's not. It's. Oh wait, ES44 C4.
Yeah, that's close.
BNSF. Yes. Can you give me the train symbol, Randall? Do you know what that is? And number?
Oh, it's a Jevo.
Oh, yeah, it is a Jevo.
The ES44 C4. It's the newest model of the Jevo series.
Okay.
Nice, the Jevo.
Okay, well, that train's at King, is what I understand. It's closing in on King.
Okay, it's a King.
King, K-I-N-G.
K.
It's basically about 7 miles south of Mammoth Spring, Arkansas.
Okay.
So it's about 20. It's about 20 miles away.
Okay.
Because it's 7 miles to Mammoth Spring, probably another 2 to Thayer, and then it's 9 miles up here to Koshkonong, where I'm sitting.
Okay. Do you know what the train number is?
The train I'm hearing him talk about is there's 2 trains out there. There's a mem kick and a Q train somewhere. One of them's over 10,000 foot long.
Okay.
10,000 foot long. Oh god.
Yeah, that's a train that's way too long for this line because it can't fit in any of the sidings. Apparently, they've
I'd say 10,000 feet. Oh god. You're going to be there for a while then.
I would say either one or both of these trains are too long for the siding at Keene. That's not a terribly long siding. They normally don't like having meets there. At least not with long trains.
All right. Then. So let me type what locomotive we're looking for. It's fun having you on, Randall, because it's like, you're my go-to guy when it comes to like learning this line here. We're at your location. It's fun to hang out with you, man. I'm glad that
No
you are
problem.
always on live streams.
I figured I would jump on for you for a little bit while we wait. So
let me see what the loco is. It's a GE C44-4.
It's a Givo.
it'll probably be a C4 is probably what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a C4. It's a Givo. It's a Givo.
Yeah, I'll tell you something about those C4s. The crews absolutely hate them on this line. I'm not gonna lie, they absolutely despise them.
Yeah.
So
Leading?
they say they're great at 70 miles an hour. So they're probably the best things running at high speed. But say you get them on this line, you drop below 20 or 30 miles an hour, and so they're helpless.
I'm looking at heritageunits.com.
They said the best performing locomotives on this line are the EMD SD70 Mag and the 70As. The two EMDs. They said those are by far the best performing engines. Said they're not the best riding or the most comfortable engines.
I think Randall just mentioned. I think if I'm right, Randall, I think you mentioned the state of Arkansas, right?
That is correct.
There was two executive BN paints in that state right now.
Okay.
Like I call it BN. I call it Burlington Northern 90 scheme.
Well, see, when I went to Wilford that last trip, and took a crew down there, there was a executive Mac on that train. It was a stack train.
There's two of those.
Yep. Yeah, they love their Macs here. I mean, it's rare not to see one. I know a lot of people say they don't have the EMD Ace.
The nearest heritage unit to my location is a Blue Bonnet. Have you guys heard of the Blue Bonnet?
Yeah.
Let you know.
Do you prefer Blue Bonnets or War Bonnets?
Okay, they're close. Or closer, because they're waiting for the Q train to clear. So
okay, is that Q train gonna pass you, or
I don't know which direction that train's heading. It may be headed this way, so there may be one ahead of this train, and I'm waiting on.
Huh?
It's either going to run around. The way it's sounding, they're running around that unit train, and I'm waiting on.
Okay.
Because the Q train is a double stack train, it's going to be obviously faster than a heavy unit train. So they're probably running that train around they're probably running that stack train around the unit train. They're going to send it ahead of this.
I saying that word I just texted on Discord LGL.
Oh no.
Monongahela.
My God. That's a mouthful for me.
You know, the Norfolk Southern has one of their heritage units in Monongahela scheme.
Yeah.
You know that's a railroad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping that we can see that Q train.
Oh, in Colton, California, Union Pacific 1983 is there.
Oh, cool.
Which is what scheme? Can you guess, LJL?
Is it the one that I saw?
Clear, 'cause
Which one was the one you saw of the heritage units?
Chicago and Northwestern.
That's
I guess we'll see if
1995.
I guess we'll see if anything comes because they said that they told that
1983 is the Western Pacific scheme.
Yeah. What he said, Randall?
I guess we'll see if we get a train ahead of this one because they told that unit train to proceed north.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we're getting some live action here, guys. Oh, he says that the loco that you were looking for has a this guy named Jeff. He says that locomotive that you're looking for that on that train that you're looking for has a K5HL horn.
yep. There's some of them they've got 3 chimes on them.
Yeah. Those would be K3
Yep. K3.
HLs.
Yep.
Okay.
The
For me,
67
that sounds like. For
one
me,
of
it sounds like
24.
these horns are made by Nathan.
Yeah,
They are.
Yeah. Pretty much everything's made by Nathan now.
There's a -9. I can't remember the road number, but you'll know it when you see it because I think it has an Amtrak locomotive horn on it.
Ooh.
Because I saw it at Thayer about 2 weeks ago, and it's got a set of air horns on. All the bells are facing forward, like the air horns Amtrak had on their engines. It's a 5-chime air horn.
What's kind of funny on heritageunits.com is that they list the Union Pacific steam fleet.
Where they're off North Switch.
Hey, LJL.
Hold on, I want to hear what this. What is it saying, Randall?
I
On the Thayer radios, is any better? And, you need more sort. Engineer conduct job reach no more 40 past north. NSS 6625. Yeah, permission line 6.6 on the sign King.
it sounds like that unit train's still down there at King.
That is
Really?
correct. So, no, well, I'll be able to tell when you let me know when you stop. I'll take this.
So that unit train's still there, maybe.
Well, there's another train down there, I think. They've either got 2 trains sitting down there. It's too long for the siding or something. They're having to do some kind of maneuver to get them past or something. I don't know what's going on down there. And it almost sounds like one of them's having radio issues.
Yeah, that's strange. I thought that train would be barreling along by now, coming at our
Well,
direction.
if there's a Q train there, that train is obviously going to be faster because it's not going to weigh as much as the unit train, depending on what this unit train even is or if it's empty. Which that shouldn't matter. The Q train should still have a higher priority. You know what? I'm going to jump off for a second and I'm going to call the dispatcher and find out what's going on.
Okay.
And I'll jump back on with you here in a couple minutes.
All right.
All right. See you in a couple minutes.
Yep. All right, guys. Randall will be back in a couple of minutes. He's going to talk to his dispatcher, see where that train is. In the meantime, I'm going to newt like a penguin.
Pang.
Oh, are you going? By the way, let me do this quick. Was that heritageunits.com?
Yep.
Check Michigan.
Michigan right here.
What's up in Michigan?
No, that's Indiana. In Michigan, we have a bunch of CN units,
Okay.
2 city rules, and a 100th anniversary. Lansing has Spirit of Dante from
Okay.
CSX. Another 100th anniversary unit. Another City Rail. Another 100th anniversary unit. And a City Rail again.
Hmm.
In Sandusky, we have something that Randall was talking about.
Okay.
The
Oh
executive,
yeah,
the executive paint
yeah, I get to see those. I used to see those all the time in
at Max.
St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Yeah,
What? Check.
KCS.
Oh, hey, Randall, welcome back.
Yep. Hey.
Hey,
Okay. So I talked to the dispatcher.
oh,
The BNSF 6779 just left King and is on its way up here, so we should be seeing it here in about 20 minutes.
okay. Hey,
or so.
LJL.
Yeah.
Look what I found.
The
The
railroad better than New York Central.
the curse unit. The Roddy Kantorsky unit.
How dare you? How dare you?
Look at this though.
Oh yeah, we can all agree Wabash is pretty cool.
Yeah. Besides the Lehigh Valley, I like it. Besides the Lehigh Valley, I like the logo because it's like this flag style, like the Lehigh Valley.
Okay.
I used to like the Wabash one more than Lehigh Valley, but now I'm starting to like the Lehigh Valley logo more.
Oh, did you know the Wabash owned the Ann Arbor Railroad at one point?
Interesting. Operation Lifesavers.
Save me.
Look,
What?
Lehigh Valley.
Nice.
Remember what we did in Gmod with the Lehigh Valley, and then he told me to change it to the Conrail one?
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
You want to see what's going on in Pensy?
Pennsylvania, home to the Pennsylvania Railroad. But we can all agree too that Canadian Pacific.
This does
is
not
pretty cool.
belong here. Look, this does not
I just sent
belong.
you can Santa Fe war bonnet. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know
All the
what?
way in
You know we had.
Pennsylvania.
You know what was in Fresno? You know what was in Fresno like a couple weeks ago?
Where?
This.
No way. I
Yeah.
want to see that one. I like
know
that one.
You know which one I want to see?
What? Illinois Terminal.
I saw that one.
And
You saw that?
and also this one.
Oh no.
What?
The failure railroad.
Also this.
Okay, that one's much better.
The better Lackawanna.
Delaware Erie Lackawanna.
No. Delaware Lackawanna.
I like Delaware Lackawanna better.
You like the merger better. You like where is it?
I don't like the
The
merger.
This is the original. Lackawanna, that's the original.
Oh, okay.
Not
I
the
do
Erie
like Lackawanna. I don't care much for Erie Lackawanna. What's up in Canada? What's going on in
Canada. In Canada, we have another 100th anniversary unit.
Wow. Canada must be lucky.
Just as this is as 100th anniversary units are as popular as the frickin' Santa Fe war bonnets.
We
Wow.
had a 100th anniversary engine
Oh,
here.
oh my God! In Revelstoke, British Columbia, we have all of these, including something that doesn't belong.
What? What are you doing up there in Canada? What on earth is that? Railroad. I know that's Norfolk Southern.
That's the interstate road. I think.
Interstate.
Oh, interstate. Okay.
A defunct Virginian railroad. Speaking of that name, a place that LJL wants to visit.
Baltimore, Ohio.
No, Maryland.
Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore Railroad Museum.
CP Maroon and Gray block.
Me foaming over that.
Are you another one of these 100th units?
How many of these do the Canadian National have?
I don't
They got
know.
a few.
You know something that doesn't belong in my. There's. You know something that does not belong in my state.
What?
The Burlington Northern.
Well, it's Burlington, Northern Santa Fe, so.
Yeah, now it's Santa Fe, but I don't think the BN ever went to California.
No, but they may have some trackage rights.
Yeah. My state is dominated by the war bonnet.
Wow. Well,
Like
check
at one point,
what's Mexico up to?
nothing. they only track the U.S. and Canada, but the closest is you do not belong here.
What are you doing in Mexico?
You do not. Well, actually, this does make sense because the SP had the Texas in New Orleans,
Yeah, and it also had the Southern Pacific de Mexico.
and you also belong because and I think the Santa Fe also ran through Texas.
Yep, it did rent for Texas,
San
but not into
Antonio.
Mexico.
You don't belong here.
What do you? Well, Canada must like Texas.
Something that does not belong in my state. You belong up north.
Oh, question. I know your answer, Randall. What do you think of the? What did all you guys think of the Kansas City, CP merger? I'm gonna start with Mogami.
What did you say?
Canadian Pacific, Kansas City Southern merger.
Wait, it happened?
Yeah, it's done deal.
Then
Yep.
why is there still KSS engines?
They haven't merged yet. They got the green light to merge. They didn't merge. They only got the green light
Good.
to merge.
War
Are you
bonnet-
excited?
I don't really like talk about the KCS. Also, I don't know if the Barrington Northern ever ran through Texas.
Oh, can I tell you a secret?
What?
If both railroads merge, guess what? Guess who's going to Mexico?
Is this fictional or not?
No. Canadian Pacific 2816 is if it all goes clear next year, it may go to Mexico.
Huts Empress does not belong in Mexico.
Well, it's going to Mexico now, like it or not. Well,
Avocados from Mexico.
Yeah, I am excited. If it goes to plan, I don't know if they're gonna merge.
Where's my
next year.
favorite Union Pacific Heritage unit?
By the way, does Kansas City Southern have a heritage unit?
Yes, they do.
What is it?
So let me find one. Oh, look, we have here.
What? Oh, hello.
Look how. Do you think does this paint scheme look dirty to you?
R.I.P. Southern Pacific.
The railroad where I saw first steam engine. My first steam engine from the Southern Pacific.
By the way,
Anyway.
Randall, what's going on over there?
Here's a KCS unit for you.
Oh, is that the KCS unit?
This is a KCS one.
Oh, okay.
Veterans unit.
All right. Hey, Randall, what's going on over there? Is the train getting closer?
This is 1979?
Hey, Randall, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a quick question. Is the train there, or is it...
It's not gotten here yet.
Okay, how far is it now?
Well, when I talked to the dispatcher, he said left King, so you're looking at about 15 to 20 miles away. It's probably by now at either, if it's not at there, it's getting really close.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I know you like this scheme, LJL.
What this one? Why this one?
The Mopoc.
The Mopac?
Yeah.
Why do I like the Mopac?
No, I'm just saying, do you like this Mopac scheme?
I only like Mopac for one reason.
I like the
The
Eagle.
Aztec Eagle.
That's an Eagle.
No, the Aztec Eagle.
Oh.
Their train that they ran with National Railways of Mexico.
NDM.
Yeah.
Hey,
By the way,
this is my
are
favorite.
there
this
any
is my
Ferromex
favorite. No, there's no there's no Ferromex tracker here.
No, like Ferromex, like heritage units.
hey, even though this train has a BNSF motor leading, you never know what might be behind it.
I'm hoping it's something good. Something I can
Oh,
count on.
This
Because we get
ugly
Ferromex
here on the
stuff
left.
every once in a while.
Nice.
Lehigh
I like
Valley.
Ferromex.
Ferromex.
You know what's silly about You know what? You know what's silly
Oh,
about Canadian
Ferromex is-
Pacific?
Ferromex has no heritage units.
Yeah. You know what's silly about Canadian? You know what's silly about Canadian Pacific merging with Canadian Pacific? Not Canadian Pacific.
KCS.
KCS. Is that in Mexico they shift railroads. Basically, the Mexico owns the rail lines and chooses what companies work on those rail lines. You never know. In like 10 years, the Canadian Pacific Kansas City could be kicked out of Mexico
For being too American. Lol.
or Canadian.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm curious as what
Hey.
have there been any updates on the Panama Railway, because Panama is part of KCS.
Panama's a PH.
Are they going to become part of Kansas City, CP Kansas City?
I don't know. Also, I'm looking at. So this is the unit you saw here.
Okay.
Is this right?
Chicago. Oh, that's the one I saw in Chicago.
Currently in Idaho.
Idaho.
Home
of potatoes.
Also, this is my favorite UP heritage unit, the Katy. This was recently in Oregon. Now it's in Utah, called Sunset. Let's look that up. Sunset.
Hello, Sky. Welcome to the channel. If you would like to join us and chat, like me and Randall here.
Hey, and Mogami.
There's your link. What?
You forgot me.
Oh, yeah, Mogami. We cannot forget Mogami here. No, we cannot forget.
Hey, what are you doing in Washington now?
Disappear.
Look. This is you were in my state and now you're up in Brendan's state. Here comes train.
Oh, there's a train coming. Oh no. Oh crap, guys, train's coming. I think I hear a train. Randall, can you hear us? I think we lost Randall, guys.
Oh.
Hold on, let me. I don't know. Let me try something. Nope, that didn't work.
Connection terminated.
Ah, crap.
Disappear.
Reappear. Disappear. Reappear.
Yeah, LJL.
Oh, Randall's back.
Randall.
Randall's back. All right, cool. Randall's back.
Yeah, sorry, that wasn't a train. That was a phone call coming in.
Oh, okay.
Wait, that's your ringtone?
What? No. Oh man.
That's your ringtone? Oh my god.
Oh, we have a new guest here on the show.
Yeah, that was my ringtone. Sorry about that.
That's a good ringtone, though.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We got new-
Anyway, LJL. For some reason, in the state of Washington, we have a Norfolk Southern engine.
Norfolk what?
Southern.
Well, they go
It's
all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, it was in my state before, and now it was in Arizona, then New Mexico, then Illinois, then I think that's Minnesota, then finally Washington. It's currently in Chehalis, Washington.
Okay. Hold on,
And
Mogami. We have a new guest on. Hello,
Sky,
sir. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi.
Hello. You're Skymax, I believe. Skymax Us. Is that how you pronounce it? Can you hear us? Sky?
Yes.
Can you tell, is that how you pronounce your name? And can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, my real name is Skylar.
Skylar, okay. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your YouTube channel?
I am a Minecraft YouTuber.
Okay. So you into trains or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you are new to LGL RailYard or I mean Mr.RailYard
Yeah.
now? Okay,
yeah. So
cool.
I'm on heritageunits.com, and there is 2 heritage units currently stopped at the La Pescata and Winslow Arts Trust Museum. One in BN Pain and one in BNSF 25th anniversary.
I see. Sky, I want to introduce you to Mogami and Randall.
My YouTube channel's actually the 20th Century Mogami.
And also we got Randall here.
We are currently waiting for a train in Randall's End.
Yep. Are you
Do you know what
familiar with BNSF?
Yeah.
Okay, we're waiting on BNSF train, either a U train or Randall's train that he's waiting for.
Well, the unit train is what I'm waiting on. There's another one out there somewhere. It's around the same area as that train.
Yeah.
But we'll see your train first.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's coming first.
Hey, Skylar.
Yeah.
Do you know what a heritage unit is?
Yeah.
We thought it was Jeff, that was Randall's ringtone. Everyone in the YouTube chat, that was Randall's ringtone.
Yeah, and it changes from call to call, so
that's cool.
I had different people call me. I have different ringtones for them. So
let me see if we can get Brandon over here.
This is interesting.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Oh. Apparently, Skylar, there is a CSX engine that has the logo drawn in. It's dubbed the Crayola unit.
And which Joker will be uncomfortably found in tonight's punishment?
Central Georgia scheme. Oh, Skylar, what's your thought on the high hoods?
I
I hate them.
Hmm.
I hate high hoods.
actually live near a railroad. It's called the Reading and Northern.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
The Reading and Northern?
yeah. And they just restored Reading T1 2102.
Nice. I in the game Trains, I have Trains, and I made a reskin, and my reskin, well, I made a reskin of Reading and Northern 425. Yeah, and I'm starting to like that engine, the 420. Do you like the 425?
Yeah.
But I'm happy to see I'm happy to see the T-Hawk back. You know, 2102 is not the only T-Hawk that's coming back soon, because up in like in the Throwaquith Railroad, 2100 is almost done. Yeah. So Mr.RailYard is trying to get Brendan, who knows a lot about the Reading T1, or T-Hogs, I call them.
Hey, I think something's coming.
Wait, something's coming?
Yeah, I can hear something.
Hello there, Southern Pacific. Hello there.
Hey guys.
Hey, we got a train coming.
Yeah. Hey, Brendan.
Yeah.
Sky Maxes lives near the Reading and Northern.
Nice. So currently I'm just playing.
It's the Q train. Here we go.
Here comes the train! Everyone, here comes the train! Train!
Was this the train, Randall? Is this your train?
This isn't mine. This is the one that's ahead of the unit train.
Well, let's see if we can get a honk.
Have to grab some stuff really quick.
And there's a bunch of well cars.
Yeah.
A bunch of well cars.
By the way, do you have to drive all the way? Like, say, if a train is like way back, do you have to drive all the way to the engine, Randall?
Get started at
All right.
Hello, Southern Pacific Heckman.
I also caught the 225 today.
That Reading and Northern 225 is actually Canadian Pacific 1098 painted up into a fictional livery. Canadian Pacific 1098 was an excursion star herself, but not on the Reading and Northern. It's a D10, if you're wondering. Another D10 that was an excursion star was Canadian Pacific 972, which is currently in horrible condition at Strasbourg.
Take 2 or 3 balls at a time against the team. All right, you're killing it. You're killing it. There you go, 2. You're the top of one, boys. I'm going to say bye. Bye. You ever play tennis? I played tennis.
That's a frickin' long container train right there. Oh, I think I could see the end of the train. Can you guys see the end of the train?
Yes,
Yep,
I can.
Yep, there's the end.
There's the end. It's just a bunch of well cars.
Yep, and that's not the one that Randall's waiting for. The one that Randall's waiting for is, I think, all the way down where that train.
Mr.RailYard, we have a new person, Southern Pacific Heckman.
Yep. I met him before. Hey, Southern Pacific Heckman, welcome to the Mr.RailYard channel.
Thanks.
Hold up. Yeah.
Okay, Pulse and
What's up?
logging 70.
Yeah, we got a login geek here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have some model trains myself.
Hey, hey Skymaxis.
Yeah,
Which one do you prefer, 425 or 2102?
both.
Oh, I prefer the 425. Number one, it has a very interesting story. Number two, I don't think we have anything from the Gulf Mobile and Northern left except 425.
Yeah, I wish they could have made 426 the regular
Sister.
426.
Yeah, my reskin in trains is actually 425's fictional sister, 432.
I actually have another fictional sister from it. I actually numbered it myself.
Yeah.
It's now a 440 locomotive, but it's pretty big for its size.
What'd you number it?
It's just one of my model trains I have sitting around, but
Yeah, so 432 just now numbered just 32 is I made a fictional excursion program in the game Trains a New Era.
I have the big
Heard of
boy.
that?
Yeah. I had the train's regular simulator. I don't have any other type of one. So.
Yeah, Tane is a nickname for Trains a New Era, and it was not my very first Trains game. My very first Trains game was Trains Simulator Mac, which was a port of Trains Simulator 2009. I chose Tane is because it was the last one I had the nostalgic clickety clack sound. If you ever get trains, the best website if you want like paid content is KNL Trains.
I had the big boy in my collection.
And I forgot you like models.
Yeah. But I had the big boy in my train simulator.
You have of course, I think everyone has the big boy in trains.
Yeah, I
I
do.
know that's too big of an engine around my
Big
way
Boy's
out.
a classic. Big Boy's all the way in, I think, in Wyoming right now.
The two newest engines I have the pair of BNSF FP45s, the legendary liveries engines as it is, and I
I
also
have the
have
189
the
here.
ST78s and the UP1111 powered by our people scheme. Those are my last new engines.
Oh, that's a nice one there.
Good looking engine.
I got it back in 2018 at a shop on the Virginia Boardwalk.
Okay.
Really?
All right. I got a topic for all of you guys.
The Canadian National or the Canadian Pacific? Was that
Yep.
your topic?
And what are your thoughts on Canadian Pacific Kansas City merger? I'll start with you, Mogami.
The CP merging with the Kansas City Southern. I was actually expecting the Canadian National to do that.
Yeah. That didn't happen.
Because the Canadian Pacific is more of the Western Railroad of Canada, while the Eastern is the Canadian National.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. And and then you got to answer the second topic: Canadian National or Canadian Pacific?
It's hard to tell between the two. Well, the Steam Tour, that's the name of my fictional excursion program, has no CP or CN engine running, but there is one of each on display.
Okay.
Actually, two Canadian National and one Canadian Pacific. Actually, 2628 is actually Canadian Pacific, so I guess I'll choose the CP.
All right.
I just realized.
What about you, Randall?
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what effect it's going to have on us here at BNSF, but Um, it's basically 2 more railroads bite the dust. Now we're down to what, 5?
Hey, so Randall, the question was, do you prefer the Canadian National or the Canadian Pacific?
Say that again.
Canadian National or Canadian Pacific?
I would say Canadian Pacific. That's just me, though.
Welcome to the Canadian Pacific bandwagon because I chose the Canadian Pacific as well.
Same.
Because I have the SC70 ACU in that scheme, so.
All right.
The Genesis 2.0 one.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of BNSF de Mexico being an idea? An idea with this whole Canadian Pacific Kansas City merger? Because I've heard rumors that there may be a BNSF de Mexico.
That's BNSF Mexico, if you're wondering.
Well, here's kind of my thought. I'm actually shocked we don't have that already. I figured since Kansas City Southern bought what was TFM, I figured BNSF would try and make a play for Ferromex, and they might have, and I just overlooked it. But
yeah, but you also got to remember there's also UP who has a big stake in Ferromex.
Who does?
The
Union Pacific.
Oh, okay.
All right, SkyMax, 2 questions for you. What are your thoughts on the Canadian Pacific Kansas City Southern merger? And do you like either Canadian National or Canadian Pacific?
First, I kind of like both because my 3 favorite locomotives are the Canadian Pacific 2816 and 2317.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like Canadian National 3254.
Okay. Did you know that with this merger, hold on, maybe I'll let you answer the second question. So the second question is, what are your thoughts on Kansas City Southern and CP merger? Do you know about it or
no?
No. Do any of you want to explain, or do you want me to explain?
So what are we explaining?
He doesn't know the Kansas City CP merger.
Yeah, so the green light was set on the merger of the Canadian Pacific Railroad and the Kansas City Southern.
Originally, they had an agreement to merge the 2 railroads. Then CN wanted to merge, and then now we got CP again. Hey, Brandon. We got 2 questions for you, both related to North American railroading. First of all, what are your thoughts on the Kansas City CP merger deal?
I'm looking at the project.
I've heard about it actually.
You never heard of it?
I kind of suspected it was going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Because Canadian Pacific does want to expand.
Yeah. Yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
I'm alright with it. It's just not a big deal for me.
Yeah, because you're out in Washington, which is not a big CP, or Kansas City.
Brendan!
Hold on. Actually, may surprise you, but we do have. It's not often though. I've seen Kansas City Southern locomotives go by in Spokane. I've seen Ferromex.
Really?
I've seen Canadian National, and I've even seen some Canadian Pacific units. I've actually seen quite a bit of it.
Okay.
And the Union Pacific and BNSF. Those are the 6 main ones I've seen.
All right.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer, CP or CN?
Maybe CP because currently they have a Steam program.
Yeah. Guys, have you heard the news? Canadian Pacific 2816 is going to Mexico.
I wanted to say it. The Empress is going to Mexico.
The Empress?
Yep.
That's Canadian
I-
Pacific 2816.
What? No way. I didn't.
It's
Never
nicknamed
heard.
the Empress.
I thought that locomotive was retired.
I prefer the
Since-
Royal
since-
Hudson over the Empress, though.
So 2816 is not retired. It has been under. It has been in storage most of the time, but recently in 2020 they ran it one time, and then
Oh.
supposedly they did some work on it, and now it's ready to run again.
Mm.
Hey, Southern Pacific Keckman, what are your thoughts on the Kansas City Southern and CP deal? And which do you prefer, CP or CN?
Canadian National.
Okay. And question number 2, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I mixed.
I used to eat cake.
Mix. Are you excited about CP KCS, or you're not excited?
Yeah, but like I said, as I said, it's mixed.
I'm excited too. I actually prefer the CP over the KCS.
I'm working on a brand new locomotive project, and it happens to be this one right here.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not the only one with models, Brendan.
Oh.
It came to me this like back in January. I caught this locomotive, and it was just I wanted to make it local. I'm really big
I
into
just heard a cockatiel.
Oh yeah, I have. My mom has a cockatiel.
I used to have one. Yeah. What color is it?
Yellow, gray, orange, white.
Oh Jesus! You must have a pied cockatiel without a bunch of colors.
She's very talkative.
Yeah. Hey, Brendan.
Yeah.
You should go to Chehalis, whatever it is. It's in Washington. Yeah, Norfolk Southern 1071 is there. Come see it.
You know, I've actually been to Chehalis actually.
But if you want to come back, if you want to go there again just to look at trains, the Norfolk Southern Heritage Unit that was in Fresno is now there.
Oh.
Which does not belong because the railroad on there, the Heritage Unit, is Central Railroad of New Jersey. You want to see it now?
I want to see it now.
Also, you want to know the nearest Heritage Unit to my location?
What?
A Burlington Northern GP50.
Oh.
BN. Sounds like the saying for good in Spanish. BN.
So recently, I haven't told everyone on YouTube the news yet, but I did tell some people I did get a locomotive in March, and well, here's some news on it. Let me just turn my camera. Hold on a second. Which it's one model I've been waiting to have, but let's just say it's no longer here actually. Because I had to send it back because it needed to get fixed. And it was a MTH 4-truck Shay.
Wait, how do you even get an MTH?
Shays now.
So I had a MTH 4-truck Shay in March, and unfortunately I had to return it because it didn't work properly. So in the end I got my money back, but I still have the log cars.
Okay, LJL.
So what I'm doing right now is, this is the first time I'm going to tell people the news, but the last engine I will be getting for my collection, this is going to be the last locomotive I get for a while. Because one, since I'll be getting a job most likely and have to support a car eventually, and two, my collection is getting pretty big enough as it is. So that engine is a Lionel Chesapeake and Ohio F-19 Pacific.
Oh no.
Yup. And F-19. But
not this again.
The thing is, though, they're pretty hard to find.
Hey, guess what?
What?
I prefer the yellow belly.
I don't mind.
$4.90.
I like the F-19 more. I don't know why. Just I love the F-19s. I love their appearance and the history behind them. So there's two different versions Lionel made of this. They only made two. They only made two row numbers. They made the 490, which is in the Sportsman paint scheme. It has the eagle on top of the feed water here.
Wait, it's not in Yellow Belly?
No. Okay, so Lionel made. This was in 2007. This was before the 490 was rebuilt into a Hudson.
Oh, I like it when it was rebuilt into a Hudson, though.
All five were rebuilt into Hudsons, but only four were given the streamlining. 490 to 493 were given the streamlining, but 494 though did not get the streamlining, and in my opinion, it looks like a smaller version of 614.
Hey, I prefer the Greenbrier.
Greenbriers are pretty cool.
Yeah, and you want me to say something?
Yes.
Do you dare me to say something?
What were you gonna say?
Canals are overrated.
Actually, not really. 2716 has ran excursion service for a long time.
No, I said overrated because there's a lot of them still around.
I wouldn't say they're overrated because only 2716 pulled an excursion.
I'm talking about on display.
We have 12. I know we have 12 still around.
Yeah, there's more of those and there are more big boys still around.
I mean, but here's the thing. Out of the 20 surviving Berkshires we have today, 12 of them are Kanawas.
Berks.
We have 12 Kanawas, 6 surviving nickel plate ones, and 2 of Pure Marquette ones.
Imagine if Pure Marquette 1224 survived. Also known as Pure Marquette Christmas Eve.
Oh. But anyways, going back on the F-19 thing really quick. Like I said, they only made them 2 times. I already mentioned that 490 was in the Sportsman. But the one I like the most is CNO 494, which is the George Washington. Also known as the George. Which I did a lot of...
I actually get it now since you live in... Since Washington is your state. And then you just have George in it. And then we have George Washington.
That's not the reason why I like it, actually. So I did more research on the George Washington, and apparently it was one of the very first air-conditioned trains. So this train was fully air-conditioned, and it was developed in the Great Depression at the time.
So now I guess your favorite train's now the George Washington.
No, it's not.
What's your favorite named train of all time?
Oh, easy. The Great Northern Empire Builder.
Besides the Empire Builder.
Besides that one, we all know that one's my favorite. But my second favorite? That's
Can you guess my favorite?
I don't know, actually.
Do you want to know?
Might as well tell yours first before I figure out mine.
I know yours is the Empire Builder.
That's my favorite one, but what's my second favorite one?
No, can you guess my favorite?
I don't know, actually.
Something to do with my state.
Was the Daylight?
Yes, the Coast Daylight.
That's my second favorite passenger train, actually.
Yeah, I looked at a bunch of Coast Daylight stuff, and the reason why I like it is because you'll get a view of the beaches if you rid on it.
And who has a model of 4449, and I've also seen it.
Yeah. Plus, this will never slide, but the Steam Tour always wanted a GS in their collection.
GSs are amazing engines.
But most specifically the GS2. Definitely the GS2.
They actually had a bunch. The Southern Pacific had a bunch of GSs, all the way from the GS1 to
There's the GS2. I don't know why. I like the GS2. I don't think no one talks about the GS2.
The GS2
streamlined GSs.
Cool.
The GS3 is also underrated. It's
then we have
similar to the GS2,
but and the GS8s, which are basically
okay. No one talks about the GS7. That's the rarest one. No one talks about the GS7.
The GS7s
Or the
and the
GS1.
GS8s are basically 819s.
And then there's the horrible GS64.
The Western Pacific one?
Yeah, we don't talk about that because that isn't SP.
Yeah, that's Western Pacific.
Hey, I'm Brendan.
Yeah?
I don't think the world needs another GS.
You know we have two.
Yeah, I don't think this. I really want a GS, but that's another Northern, and we already have the Northern Princess.
So we have 4460 and 4449. Those are the only two GSs we have around.
Yes, I like the 4460 better now.
I've seen 4460.
Yeah, we were. I wanted. I
And
wanted.
1522 and
I
2933 and all the other
the Mohawk.
Yep. The
Oh
second,
yeah. This might piss you off. This might piss you off, but today James called it a Hudson.
I didn't mind too much.
He said, "Nice Hudson."
So one thing that many
The only thing that is related. I think probably the only reason why he called it that is because it looks like the Hudsons.
So I might have already told you guys some of this if you watch my channel, all that. But there was going to be a New York Central J3 Hudson to be saved to St. Louis.
Was like 5413 or 5313.
It was number 5433. That was the one I managed to figure out. And that one almost got saved. But the museum turned it down and the engine was scrapped.
Penn Central almost built a Hudson.
Kind of like the same fate as Central of Georgia 451.
51 to 2174.
76.
76 what?
Number 7600, the Baltimore Ohio EM1.
I thought that was 659 or 76.
So when I looked at another resource, someone said there's actually supposed to be two saved. Actually, there was actually two set aside for preservation at one point. There was 659, but that
yeah,
one,
659. I think that's 7609.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
I believe the unit train's here.
It's been revealed that another EM1 was about to be saved. The prototype.
Yeah, there was two. That was supposed to
I
be.
just received another notification saying that 765 is coming back to Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
Oh no. Yeah.
So
yeah, LJL.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to like the PRR, but do not like it when James is around.
So guys, like I said, there was two EM1s that were supposed to be saved. There was actually one supposed to be saved to the Baltimore, Ohio Rare Museum.
Yep.
And it was
Imagine if an R2 was almost saved.
659. It was number 650, which was the prototype engine. And of course, there was a yardmaster misunderstanding, and it was taken to scrapyard and was broken up.
Yeah.
And it was actually on its way to the museum, but it was accidentally sent to the scrapyard by the yard.
Only got one.
Yes, yes, Knight. Brendan, I think someone has revealed to me that there was another EM1 that was planned to be preserved, number 7600, which I think is the prototype.
And then we have number 659, the other one that was supposed
That
to
one that was meant for the B&O Railroad Museum.
No, that was 7600. That one was supposed to go to B&O. 7609, on the other hand, was offered to the city of Wheeling, West Virginia.
Oh, here comes Randall's train.
Oh.
Here comes! Be quiet, everyone. Here comes the train. Look out for the train, everyone.
I'll try to jump off here in a minute. I'll have to get these guys back to theirs. So I'll wait till they get stopped and get tied down.
Is that 6779?
That's them.
All right.
It's the Jevo.
It's carrying wind turbine parts.
Ooh. Oh, it's Just Night!
Hey, Wyatt.
Hey, Bear.
So we were just talking about the EM1s a little bit.
Yeah.
The other one that was supposed to be saved was 7609, but it was turned down by the city, and then that one was scrapped too.
Well, that sucks.
So we almost had two survive.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to jump off. So,
All
been a
right.
fun stream. So, you guys have a good one.
You too.
You too.
Okay.
Oh man, I was in here earlier, but I had to leave due to I had to leave because of I had to do chores.
I had to do chores about a few minutes ago.
No, be quiet.
I'm about to take a shower soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, CP will now be able to cross from Canada into the U.S. and into Mexico.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you this map from Trains Magazine.
So basically, we'll have one railroad crossing 3 different countries.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Yeah, but there's also a fourth country, remember?
What
Great
country?
Canadian Pacific.
Panama Canal Railway.
Oh yeah.
Panama.
I don't know what's going to happen to
That
Panama
part,
Canal.
that part of American history that we don't talk about. Hey, I'm LJL.
Yeah.
So
It was the U.S. It was America who created the Panama Canal and split the country in two.
Yep.
So currently, I'm actually looking on.
I think it happened in 1915,
the
if I'm
engines that
right.
almost got
The
saved,
Panama
and there's
Canal.
actually some that I'm surprised by. So Buffalo and Gully number 17 was almost saved. That one was scrapped though.
You know which one I wish was. There's another. I have another candidate of an engine I wanted to save. Brendan, you want to know?
Which one?
Northern Pacific 2626.
That's one I wish to save too.
Well, because it's a sole survivor.
Then we had Chesapeake and Ohio, a few engines. So there was a bunch of them in a scrap line. There was 2705, 2756, 2770, and 2781 that were a scrap line behind the diesel shops. But then there was also the last K2.
Yeah, we're talking about Russell, Kentucky here.
But also in the scrap line was 614, 1309, and 1604.
Oh, no, do not talk about that.
And there was only 3 engines that didn't make it out.
1604.
The 2 Kanawas, the 70 and 81 were both cut up, and then of course the K2 was scrapped.
Hey guys.
What?
Did I told you about this bit that's having the Kansas City Southern's line between Kansas City and St. Louis? You got the debate on that.
No.
Did I told you guys about that?
I don't think so.
Wait, what?
So, CN, since they're not happy that they didn't get that
Evil CN.
Yeah, they didn't get like Kansas City Southern. They want this line from St. Louis to Kansas City so that they can connect up to their former Illinois Central between Chicago and New Orleans.
What happens if they don't
Canadian
get it?
National at the IC.
Canadian National.
Yeah, what happens if
former IC?
What happens if CN doesn't get it though? Is my question.
Well, there's gonna be a big debate on that. I
Like,
don't know all the details.
I'm honestly knowing Also, you know something I'm mad about now? You know control point simulations, right? Guess who caused them to shut down? It was good old Canadian National.
What simulator you're talking? Wait, Canadian National caused a simulator to shut down?
No, Control Point Simulations, one of the Train's Ed websites, got shut down because of CN. Because apparently they didn't. Because apparently, I guess you need license to make payware content for under CN's name.
Hey, what?
Well,
A website got shut down due to the Canadian National.
Sadly,
Is it me or is the Canadian National starting to turn evil?
So there was some other engine that was supposed to be saved. Apparently there was Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy number 5620 that was supposed to be saved. Then there was the most recent loss that we had was Cross Bay Lumber Company Mikado, or should I say Minaret Tank Engine number 10.
Oh great, here we go again with the logging.
That one almost got saved. But they could not find a buyer. And do you know when it was scrapped actually?
What year?
2011.
Are you kidding me?
Yep. This is
So the tank engine got scrapped?
to be cut up, yeah.
Oh, the Steam Corps could have saved it.
Then we had Wheeling in Lake Erie Berkshire.
They're trying to get the train down now.
And
Sorry, I did not hear your guys' question. Okay, Randall, thank you for stopping by.
9. Duluth, Wasabi, and Iron Range.
Duluth, I just call it Duluth.
So
you mean 333?
So
More
apparently,
Duluth content.
so apparently 229, the other Yellowstone that is still around, actually was originally occupied by 221. And then that one was scrapped in 1967.
Another Duluth engine?
Yeah, we actually had 5 different Yellowstones that made it out in the 60s. What? Then we had a Northern Pacific A4484 that was used as a stationary boiler.
Wait, 2626 isn't the only Northern Pacific Northern?
Yeah, there were several other Northern Pacific engines. There was A1s up to A5s, I believe.
Just don't talk about the Z's.
You mean the Z6 Challengers?
I call them the Z's.
And of course, we have the Rayonier, 14 and 120. Those two were scrapped, of course, in the 60s.
Is it me, or do we have too many Pickering lumber engines?
All of them are still around.
Wait, all Pickering Lumber Company engines are still around.
Yeah, I searched all of them up from 1 to 12 or 14, and we have all of them.
I guess we have a whole history of. I guess we have a railroad that has all of its equipment preserved.
So yeah, there was
the Pickering Lumber, which I think was headquartered in my state.
Yep, you're right. Actually, the West Side and Pickering Lumber were. The
West Side, I prefer. Do you prefer the West Side over the Pickering?
I like the Pickering because there actually was a
Pickering. So yeah, Pickering Lumber number 2 at Travel Town that actually belongs.
3, 2, 1. We hit the 3-hour mark, guys. We did it.
Not on my screen. On my screen, we've been out there for about 5 seconds.
LJL mark.
Oh.
One locomotive I wanted to see return is number SP4460.
That one has a chance of coming back, but we don't know if it can come back.
Come on, it's in one of those big museums. It's gonna be impossible.
Nothing's impossible in railroad preservation.
In the same museum as the loudest engine ever.
Remember when they said restoring a big boy was impossible, and look what happened.
True.
Yeah, I actually supported that.
I live in there, big boy.
I did support Big Boy, but T1 I hate.
Which one?
The Shark Nose.
4014. I mean,
The
4012.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but actually, but the Boston and Maine T1s are my worst favorite.
You mean you hate them?
I do not like the Boston and Maine T1s. The hoodies.
The Burks.
I hate hoods. The hoodies. At least they're not as bad as the Southern, which they purchased high hoods. I hate high hoods.
I like high hoods.
Oh,
I don't mind high hood. I don't mind high hoods, but the GP30 high hood is just cursed.
Yeah. The GP30 was already a weird design.
So there was
Okay,
an
that I
incident-
disagree with. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, but my favorite Jeep has to be the GP40-2.
For me, it's the GP30.
I like the GP30.
I really like the Jeeps as well. Probably mine's the GP7 or GP.
I prefer the Jeeps over the SDs.
Same, honestly.
Guys,
Ready
I
for
just found
something-
one engine that
ready
I
for
didn't know
something
that ran an excursion.
Hey, everyone.
So you know Illinois Central 790, right?
Yeah.
At Steamtown. Apparently it pulled an excursion in the 60s.
Hmm.
Which I had no idea until just now. Yeah, there was a few that pulled excursions.
Oh, your rainbow train.
Hey, is Just Knight still here?
Yes.
Hey, Juice! Hey, Just Knight!
Do I see a Via Rail car?
Hey, Just Knight, I want to tell you something.
What's that?
So this is 32. You probably know about her.
Yep.
Yeah. You know how? So this is actually Gulf Mobile and Northern number 432.
Good. Nice.
I was originally going to do 426, but James gave me the idea of doing 432.
Nice.
And then you have 424.
So I'm gonna now pull up the Elk Central because why not?
Yeah. So yeah, here is 32. It's our 32. It's the most famous engine in my collection. And the Star too. Look at it. Just Knight. Look at it. The yellow walls, the candlesticks, which came from Atlanta West Point 290. Yeah, these are 290s. This 290. The people of 290 gave me the candlesticks of it for the 32. Yeah, I chose the candles. There's a reason why I chose the candlesticks. You want to know why, Just Knight?
Why?
Because you chose the eagle,
I chose the Eagle.
and so I chose the candlesticks.
Wait, what do you mean I chose the Eagle?
1525.
Oh yeah, that wasn't even off of any engine. If anything, it was mainly off of Southern 2716, not
I know.
AWP 290.
Yeah, these you like the idea? These are the candlesticks from 290.
Yeah. Actually, there's something happening in the Green Coastline yard. Even though it's the same route.
Yeah, the Green Coastline has one of the sisters of 32.
Yep. Number 4, ironically, number 420, which was renumbered to 840.
This is 432, which was just renumbered 32.
Yeah, right now.
The reason why it's 32 is because that's actually my favorite number.
Nice. Right now in the Green Coastline, one of the Green Coastline yards, two of their only steam excursion specific locomotives are sitting outside the yard idling.
This is also the purpose to 32 and its running mate, Chesapeake and Ohio 613.
Yeah. Well, the Green Coastline is a steam operation. 35 and 840 were bought solely for the purpose of running excursions.
So basically, 840 is doing the same purpose as 32.
Yep.
Yeah, because this
Actually,
is a steam program.
I'll admit, 35 was in so bad shape when this Green Coastline got it that they had to replace its bell, whistle, and tender.
It was number 35?
35 was an LXL Sendai SC1 consolidation with the number 35.
What's kind of strange is that before 613, 32 was the only operating engine we had. So she was like that one engine that had so much luck compared to the other engines which were display.
Yeah. Actually, 35 was bought by the Green Coastline from the Illinois Railroad Museum.
32 was 32 after 32's after the Gulf. So do you want to hear story 32?
Sure.
So first up is CRP 32. Originally built by Baldwin in January of 1928 as Gulf Mobile and Northern number 432. It was later sold to the Gulf Mobile and Ohio Railroad and renumbered 585.
Oh.
Then in the early 50s, it was sold to its third owner, which that third owner renumbered it 32.
Hmm.
And then,
Good. Hmm.
yeah, maybe you can give me an idea.
No.
Maybe you can give me an idea what should be
I
the
like
name
that
of
train.
32's third owner
I
before 1961.
would really have no idea.
I don't know, but in 1961, the engine was purchased by the 20th Century Mogami Film Corporation to be used for their movies.
Hmm.
It ran in Northern California because back then California did not ban coal.
True.
And then it was after that in originally planned for there, but ended up in the studio's backlot, and then moved to Port Clinton, Pennsylvania in 1983. Ran there for first time on December 9th, and it's had a bunch of paint schemes back then. If you want to see the original, you want to see what it looked like originally.
I'm good.
You're good.
So what we have here is what I'm showing is. So currently, last night, the little updates to 70. I mean, I did one little thing I wanted to do, and that was that the real 70 had white number boards on the headlight.
Hey,
and I fixed the stairs. And
yeah,
it changed the font on the cab a little bit, and
yeah,
I kind of like how that looks. So currently, 70 is our flagship steam engine on the LB Central. We have two other engines here.
Oh yeah, we have Hey, you know what's kind of funny?
What?
I was talking to Brendan.
Then we have SPNS 600, the tank engine.
Hey, I'm Brendan.
Yes.
30. It's funny as both of our mascot engine. Yeah, we don't call this our flagship. We call it our mascot engine. And Just Nate, what are you seeing behind 32 is of the famous Rainbow Train.
Nice.
The reason why it's called the Rainbow Train is because it's filled with a lot of colors.
I was gonna ask you want to know the history behind 35?
Sure.
Yeah.
It was built as an SC class by Baldwin as an SC1 class 280 by Baldwin in 1916 for the Lake Superior Ishbending as number 19. Later in 1963, it was sold by this point it was already number 35. It was sold to the Marquette and Huron Mountain Tourist Road in 1963 with two sister engines, that being 32 and 34. In 1991, the engine was still in 1991.
There was another 32.
And yeah, Allison died 32. But anyway,
Let me guess. Was it scratching? Oh, I was about to make something
Let
up.
Knight speak, Mogami. Let Knight speak.
Sorry.
Yeah. In 1991, 35 was sold to the Illinois Railroad Museum, where it was put on static display. It would stay there for about 9 years. In the early 2000s, it was bought only the engine, which by that point it was missing its bell and whistle as well. And the tender had been scrapped for various reasons. By that point, the Green Coast Line stepped in and bought the engine just in case, and actually restored it to operation. They gave it because it was missing some parts. They gave it a New York Central. They had some old parts lying around, so gave it a New York Central J3A bell and an Illinois Central Steamboat 3 chime, as well as an PRR IS. Hold on, I think it was an I1 SA tender. As of today, the engine runs tourist trains with number 840, former GM&O number 420. On excursions around the railroad, so you'll find it practically anywhere. But recently, as of 2021, since they own the lines that used to be LS&I trackage, you can find 35 mainly running on where the LS&I once ran.
Really?
Yep. It started expanding in the late 2010s, and only got to as far as Michigan before deciding they had enough trackage to be a very big Class 1.
Or actually not the difference between so you're saying that one of 35 sisters was numbered 32.
Yep, from what I know, 32 is still around. It's at the Illinois Railroad Museum as well as in real life 35.
I thought
I
I
was
thought
gonna
in real
say,
life
this might confuse people.
I thought
It might
32
confuse
was
people
scrapped in real
because we
life.
have a 30.
Wait, it was?
So apparently, what I remember, apparently 33 was saved, and 35 is, but
Let's
apparently
see.
32 was scrapped because it was used as target practice. Apparently,
Let's see. Yeah, I found it. Yeah, it was used for. It was given a remote control and used by targets on at the England Air Force Base in Florida. So yeah, it was scrapped.
That's interesting.
So the engine we have in the little workshop right here, it's still getting work done. It's about 60% done with its inspection. U.S. plywood number 11. It's our biggest engine we have on the LB Central.
Yeah. The L, not LB.
And
By the way, guys, I made a video of that map. Please go check it out.
Yes. So
And it's
what?
called that? It's called the Mount Brandon Logging Camp and Scenic Railroad.
So the lore behind the LB Central is that when the Mount Rainier Scenic closed in 2020 because of COVID, and they need to find a new owner. Apparently, a little group stepped in and actually wanted to save the Mount Rainier Scenic, so that's what they did. But they wanted to grab some other engines from other museums so they can have some more engines to run, because most of the engines there are not in the best condition in terms of operational status. So the engines they had to use that was in good mechanical condition was 70 was the only engine there. The others are just used for display. So the engines they got was actual Willamette number 2 was technically an operational engine, but since we don't have number 2 in trains, for now I'm just using East Side number 107.
Maybe. Wait, what about 5?
So number 5 is currently in storage in real life. And currently in this railway, it is in storage. While the other engines are on display, but they're on a different part of the route. I have not added that yet. So we have 70, then we have number 600, which may surprise you, but it's actually a Brooklyn Eastern District terminal engine.
Really?
Yep. In this lore, it's number 14.
BDT?
Yep, Brooklyn Eastern District Terminal number 14 was saved, but then the railway kind of wanted to paint it up into Spokane, Portland, and Seattle livery.
Hey, Hey, Brendan.
Yeah?
Where's 15?
What?
Where's 15? Can you guess?
It's at Strasbourg.
It guess was the T.
It's Thomas.
And the answer is Thomas.
Yeah, it's number 15 was converted. It was converted to be Thomas for their Day Out with Thomas events, because instead of the dummies like most other museums and tourist roads had, they wanted an actual steam locomotive. So that's why they went with Brooklyn Eastern Terminal 15.
Doesn't look like you need to.
You know, the steam tour would actually, if the steam tour had a Day Out with Thomas, it would actually do the same thing. I'd rather prefer a real steam engine than a dummy.
And then the last engine we have is U.S. Plywood number 11, which is from the Northwest Railway Museum.
Let me see if I can get this working.
So, like I said, we have 4 operational engines. The Willamette we run on special occasions. So for now, we just have 70, which is the main engine that pulls the trains. Number 600, or should I say 14, is used for switching the trains. And the Willamette we only run on special occasions. So for now, it's just 70 pulling the main trains until number 11's done.
Actually, I just had an idea for you, Brendan.
What?
I know it sounds like a bad idea, but since the railroad is a steam operation and has got a lot of money, how about we buy number 5?
That's actually not a bad idea.
It's also stands on the fact number 5 just so happens to be my favorite engine from Rainier.
Hey,
from Mount Rainier.
Why
Hey,
don't we do that? But the problem is, how are we going to make number 5?
Oh, I can do that easily. Like, I can do that.
what other engines are in storage at the Elb Central?
Hi, Skytrains.
So the other engines we have in storage are the other geared engines, but we don't have them in trains. Those are including Hillcrest Lumber Company number 10, a Climax, West Fork Logging Company number 91, but it's really Kenzua Pine Mills number 102, which is the Heisler they have. Then we have a Pickering Lumber Company Shea number 11. And we also have a Heisler on display that we are considering of restoring at some point.
What engine is that?
Once we get a good model in trains. So Pickering Lumber Company number 10 is a 3-truck Heisler, but it's kind of a bit special because it is actually the very first successful 3-truck Heisler ever built.
And not Pickering. So when was Pickering Lumber number 2 built?
Don't exactly remember. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, alright, if you're looking at my screen, Juice, we see 32 running, having a little test run on the Rainbow Train.
Actually,
Oh, she looks beautiful.
Actually, we're looking at a Railworks screen which has a PRR E6, I believe. You also have to say E6.
That's Atlantic, I believe.
That's
cool.
Yeah, I know that. I think I know where that's from. I can't remember its name, but I know them. But I know where. But I've seen bottles from that guy before.
I'm friends with him on Facebook, actually.
Nice.
And on Steam, so.
Hmm.
DNHGGRR, I think.
That'd be him. He just recently released. Didn't he recently just release his ATSF 2900?
Yeah, I got that one. I'll run that one maybe later, but right now I want to run this one.
It's alright. No, I have Railworks. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just asking the question if he released it.
Yeah, I'll run. I'm actually gonna run that one if I can try. Let me see if I. One thing I don't like about this locomotive is the screw reverse. I don't know. I do like the screw reverse, but sometimes
I think it's accurate to the real life engine, so that'd be where the screw reverse was probably actually placed.
Can you explain what a screw reverser is to people who don't know about locomotives, steam locomotives? I get confused. Like, where's the Johnson bar? Can you explain that to everybody?
I mean, I do know what a screw reverser is. It's basically what the reverser is.
I'm gonna take a shower quickly, okay?
So basically, when you turn the reverser, basically it basically is the kind of the thing for a car kind of thing.
Okay, I got it. Let's see. A screw worker merges the screw worker reverser. In this mechanism, the reversing rod is controlled by a screw and a nut, worked by a wheel in the cab. The nut either operates on the reversing rod directly through a lever as above of the screw as above. The screw and the nut may become cut with a double thread in a coarse pitch to move the mechanism as quickly as possible.
There's two main parts you have to worry about with a screw reverse: the screw wheel or cutoff, and the latch or the safety latch. That safety latch is to lock it in place. So
I think a lot of steam engines around have a screw reverser.
I know Polar Express has one.
I know that Mohawk 3001 has one, and the Nautilus, I believe.
You guys ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me toot the whistle. By the way, this engine does have cab lights.
Yeah, I know.
That's so cool. I need to get Railworks sometime.
All right, let me open up the regulator or throttle. In this
I'll admit, the most recent thing I got for Railworks was the Overland liveries for the FBFs.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I must see if I can, how long it'll take to download Railworks. I might try and re-download Railworks if I don't already have it downloaded, which I don't.
All right,
Oh,
come on.
this could take a bit.
Oh, why is my engine not going? Oh, by the way, the firebox door opens.
Nice. You know, I'll admit, I never. I could. Wait, is it fitted with a Banshee?
No, this one has a. This is a passenger engine.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Banshees were only on the freight engines.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the decapods, the Mikados, those kind. And and the Connies.
Hmm.
Even the smaller switchers like the B6s have them, and the A5. So there's actually a way you can tell a Banshee engine from a passenger engine or a freight and passenger, and that is the number plates. If the
Hmm.
engine has a round number plate on it, then it's a freight engine.
No,
But
I
if
want to open it up. There we
But
go.
if it has a Keystone number plate, then it's a passenger engine, except some exceptions, like the M1s, for example.
yeah, they had Keystones, but they were freight. Wait, weren't the M1s weren't the M1s mixed
Dual
traffic
purpose.
locomotives?
Yeah, they were. They were dual purpose. And then, of course, the J1s had them, which that's another exception.
Oh, this is a better view.
Hmm.
I'll leave this up for you guys if you're interested in like the specs of the locomotive.
And most of the time,
I actually just got this engine today, so.
But later on, if I remember, some engines that had definities, like the Mikados and the Decapods, they did have pure R3s later on in their lives. They originally had Banshees, though, if I remember. Yeah, I think we should. I think we should restore number 5 and bring it back. Because what if number 70 goes down? Because we can't have the Willamette doing all the work. We'll kind of need
Yeah.
another engine at some point.
Also, as I said, five's in my opinion like my favorite engine. It's mainly because actually as a kid, believe it or not, out of all steam engines, believe it or not, five was actually the first I ever saw thanks to DVD.
Really?
Yeah, I had this DVD called It's called Amazing Trains, but one of the main ones on there was something called I Want to Be an Engineer, and one of the main engines featured, other than the Washington dining train, was actually Mount Rainier Scenic Number 5.
Number 5 is a really cool engine.
Yeah. Actually,
I remember number 5 had a green boiler and green cylinders at one point, and a Great Northern logo on the tender.
I'm pretty sure that was just for an event.
I think you're right.
Actually, I wonder what happened to its original tender, because I know that Vanderbilt style tender isn't its original. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, its original was scrapped due to issues.
I think you're right.
But I wonder where it got the Vanderbilt from.
I wonder the same thing too.
How is the engine looking for you guys?
Looking good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I want to show you guys the
Mogami,
display.
you're doing a you're doing a good job shoveling the coal.
Hey, I'm actually looking at the stream. I was making my.
Oh.
I was about to show you guys the.
I
think you've all seen the display collection, right?
Huh?
I'll shovel the coal.
Want to see the display collection?
Hold on a second. I'm grab some food really
All right,
quick.
here's signal.
Where?
Hey, who wants to be my fireman?
I'll be a fireman.
Well, I'm about to show you guys the display collection, but you guys can.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, Just Night. I will show you the engine, and I'll tell you what year we acquired it at. On what year? You mind?
Oh, why is my headlight not on? Stupid me. There you go.
Ready, Just Knight or LJL?
Yeah, the headlight wasn't on.
All right. Ready or not, I'm gonna start. Anyway,
By the way, if James was on, he would be super mad.
With they are running a Penzi engine.
Yeah,
yeah. Anyway,
Penzi rocks.
Penzi
Anyway.
is a good railroad. It's okay in my opinion, but
Yeah.
it's a good railroad. I'll admit it. I like it, especially
Yeah.
the M1Bs. Those are good mountain types.
Yeah, one of his quote unquote rules is that you don't want PRR equipment on your roster.
Hey, that's
Because of James.
Hey, that's funny because that's funny because ironically their 35 has had whistles changed out a lot for the Green Coastline, and guess what? One of them was for like 3 years.
32's, I know. 32's previous whistle I think was a PRR3 chime.
And no, mine actually 35 for 3 years wore a Penzi hooter, not a Banshee, but a hooter.
Penzi hooter. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, I am screwing up.
Yeah.
Let's just say it drove. The reason they took it off was because you want to know what happened?
What?
I'm gonna make this part of its story just to see what James says, but also because I think it would be kind of funny. Rodney himself was rail fanning the thing and actually got so pissed off at its whistle being a Penzi hooter that he threw a rock at it, damaging it internally, causing him to pay fines for it.
Wait, that's literally the reason why we have 2 Penn Central engines on display.
Yeah, like he throws a rock at it, causing damage to the whistle. What happens then is it's then fitted, just to really piss off people who hate Penzi, it's then fitted for the next few months with a Penzi 3 chime.
Oh,
AKA,
I think 32's previous before it's before
this all happens. I should say this all happens in like the 1980s.
Oh, this is in the 1980s. I was gonna say 32. 32 recently. Before its Reading 6 chime, it had a PRR3 chime.
Hey, Knight, I need you to shovel more coal. I'm really struggling on a 0.6 grade.
I'm shoveling all I can.
Yeah, it's not. I
Right,
need
you're
you
on
to
horseshoe.
shovel more.
That's why you're on
Like
horseshoe.
my
curve.
speed is going down. My
Is because you're
pressure
on
is
horseshoe curve.
fine.
I think you should turn on the Sanders. I mean, if your pressure's going down, if your pressure ain't going down, but speed is, you might just need to turn on the Sanders. Either that, or you've been given too heavy of a load for this little E6 to handle.
An E6 was number 5143.
5143. Yep.
That's pretty whack. Oh yeah, PR was pretty wacky with numbers.
Yeah. I got the blower on. Is that a problem?
I think that loses steam more than it gives steam.
All right, then I'm turning it off. I got sand on. By the way, is there anybody in the chat that is talking right now? And if there is there somebody in there that knows steam locomotives?
I do not think there is any.
Hey, I'm Justin. I'm ready to me tell you about the history of the display collection.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm really struggling. Okay, it's a 1% grade, and I'm really struggling.
Okay, I don't know how to fix that. Okay. First off, we have Canadian Pacific number 2929, an F1 class Jubilee, which was saved by us from Steamtown in the same year they opened.
Wait, opened where? Did it open in Bells Falls or opened in
Scranton? From Scranton. It was saved from
so
Scranton.
like 1991.
That was 1995. We saved it in 1995. 1995 was a big year for our display collection because we received a lot of engines in that year.
1995 was actually when A40 was finished with its restoration too.
Oh, 30. Yeah, 32. 32 have received. If I'm right, two FRA rebuilds so far. I think. Oh, you want me to? I think 32 was the very first FRA mandated rebuild.
Pretty sure all steam locomotives at the time were.
The first ever FRA mandated rebuild
where am
happened
I?
to 32.
Oh.
Here.
Where's the map?
Anyway, it was 2929. The Jubilee, the F1. It was in bad condition when we got it from Steamtown. If you saw it currently, it's very rusty. But we painted it up.
Wow.
Up next is Reading. Up next is Reading 5210, an Alco Sentry unit. So 5210 here actually used to operate at the Steam Tour, but it was we acquired it in 1989, but we stopped running it after we received Seaboard number 535. And
Okay, thank God. I'm picking up speed.
and up next just tonight is a Boston and Maine boxcar. 40 feet. Next we have Boston and Maine number 3712, the East Wind. The East Wind, if I'm right, came from. It's been a while since I've actually done the history of this guy, but I think if I'm right, I think my story of 3712 is that it came from the Illinois Railroad Museum.
Hey guys, my boiler pressure is flashing. Is that something bad?
Yeah, that could be something bad if it's flashing.
Ah, crap. Alright, now it's flashing green. What do I do? Put more coal in, or? Because I feel like I have plenty enough coal. I'm like 10.7 miles per hour. Sad. Very sad. You know what? I'm going to actually try the Northern. See if I...
Let's see what that one's like.
Also, I don't want to do it in the dark. It's really bad for my vision.
Yeah, Just Night.
Yes. Hey, where'd Brendan go?
He's, I don't know where, but I was gonna tell you about.
Let me check.
I might have found where 3712 came from. It came from a railroad station in Maine called Fort Kent.
Nice.
We purchased it from the fictional Fort Kent Railroad Museum, which had 3712 and the boxcar you see right there. Up next is Felixville and Western number 160, which was donated by the Felixville and Western themselves. It's an if I'm right, this is an RS1 or an RS3. I can't tell. It's an RS1, right?
Yeah, I think it's an RS1.
It's an Alco product. Anyway, next up is Southern Pacific 794, and this has a very interesting story.
Really?
We had to, this was from we did a contest and see what engine we should think of purchasing, and everyone chose this engine from. We have to take it all the way from Texas.
Dang, you had to buy it from Texas?
Because it was originally on display in Texas, if I'm right. In real life, it's on display there. Anyway, next up is 777.
777.
777. Here we have 777. For some reason, people call it the Unstoppable Berg. Like, I know because it's 20 people confuse this with the diesel from Unstoppable.
Even though there's a clear difference.
Yeah. Next up is not to be confused with your 815, Cotton Belt 815.
Yeah, mine's a Union Pacific 815.
Yeah. This is an L1, which This is an L1, which recently was came from a private collection, which also gave us a few other engines.
Nice.
So yeah, A15. And here's Frisco 1527, which also is from the private collection.
A
It's painted in the red scheme.
Yeah, a Jeff Frisco Foamer approves.
Yeah, I guess we'll call. Wait, what's his name? Jeff the Frisco Foamer.
Hmm.
Wait, we have 1525. Eric, right?
Yeah.
If Eric was here, he needs to. If Eric was here, he needs to tell me the name of this sister.
That'd be brother her, but not all the engines went by names. Some of them went by their numbers.
Do I see a Canadian National X10A?
From the Spokane and Eastern, it's 47.
Nice.
Yep, this was the other engine we saved from Steamtown, and we only had this on display for a few months before being purchased by the Spokane and Eastern, another railroad that Brendan used to own. Its successor is the Elb Central.
All right.
And so the Elb Central gave us back 47.
And I see a Metra.
We'll talk about that one later. And here is the Rainbow Train's original observation coach.
Nice.
Philadelphia and Reading business car.
Yep, this is the Rainbow Train's original observation car app before we got the Skytop. Up next is very interesting. We have a Metra number 100. It's an F40PH, and it was nicknamed the Ernest S. Marsh. Later, Ernest Marsh. We purchased it from Metra themselves. And then we have a Chicago and Northwestern bi-level. Kind of strange. And then, possibly, the very first cab car on display. The very first cab car in a museum.
The Chicago Northwestern, that's not strange because Metra got those cars from silver cars from Chicago Northwestern.
I was gonna say, but on display.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's like the first part, and then we have and then we have like a little more. We have a more well-known part right here.
Via Rail.
First, we have well, the RDCs are not actually part of the display collection. These actually do run the RDCs, the rail diesel car. Next up on the display collection is the Canadian National G16 number 1140, which came with a Canadian, What should I do with this guy? Oh yeah, this 1140 here was given to us in the 90s, and it wasn't from Steamtown, but I think it was, if I'm right, this came from a museum near Lake Superior in Michigan.
Ooh.
The Lake Superior Railroad Museum. Anyway, it came with a Canadian National coach and caboose. Up next is the Metroliner. Probably the worst thing in the collection, the Metroliner. I don't know why people. Just Knight left.
Oh, he just left?
Yeah.
Skytrains is here.
Hey, Sky.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Bud Metroliner?
I heard of it.
So the Bud Metroliner here is this is what you're seeing on my screen is my Steam Tour, my fictional excursion program, which also has a display collection. And Metroliner here is probably the least favorite because I don't know why people hate this thing. I actually like its interesting look, and it inspired the M fleet. Anyway, then we have a Penn Central C630, a successor to the U-boats. You probably heard of the U's. Yeah, LJL, the U-boat.
Yep. Painted in the wrong paint scheme.
And next we have Little Duke. This is Pelican Woods Mining Code number 39, and it's been here since like the 90s, late 90s, owned by Steam Tour. And finally, the most controversial engine in the whole collection is this. This is a Soviet Railways P-36.
Cool. I've heard of a bunch of these.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a 484. This is a Northern, and
48141.
the big. This is currently the Steam Tour lists this as the big. This is called. We call it the big controversy. Not because on the cab we obviously still have we still have the Soviet Union's coat of arms on the sides. Yeah, we had. This is also the only foreign engine we have in the collection. Yeah, no. Sorry, Brits, you already have an engine in the U.S.
Oh, where'd this guy go?
Oh, darn it! No. Oh, I don't know. Anyway,
Oh,
here.
there he is.
I was gonna say, hey LJL.
Yeah.
You want me to say something?
What?
Sorry, Brits, you already have an engine in our country.
Oh.
I didn't want to have an. I chose. The reason why I chose this engine is because I didn't want to choose a British engine.
Okay.
Because you know what'll probably happen. Thomas fandom.
Oh.
I used to have Thomas models.
Yeah. Also, and James is not allowing me to have another foreign engine, so he only let me keep the
Don't
Russian.
let Jake tell you can't have a foreign engine. James. Don't let him tell you can't have a foreign engine.
I'm not. I'm gonna say on display, not for running condition. There's no way we're firing up the big controversy here. There's no way we're firing it up. Not after this war.
Yeah. By the way,
Here's
to our Ukrainian foamers out there, we love you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
We hope for your safety.
Also, this is and then we have a matching coach to go with the P-36, a matching Rus coach. You like as you can tell.
Nice. And
Yeah.
sorry for people. If you don't know anything about Ukrainian trains, this is kind of a Ukraine train because.
Oh yeah, this did come from this did came from Ukraine, not Russia. Yeah. This came from Ukraine. It was in storage at the Ukrainian railways.
Okay.
I actually got a picture of 2102 here.
Really?
Yeah. And the number, and if you're wondering this number, it's P3636, and don't mind this symbol right there. It's been on there ever since it was built.
Maybe you could put a Ukraine flag on it.
What's wrong with it right now? It looks good with this paint scheme. I like this green and red.
No, put Ukrainian flags on it.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. Kit bash.
Right.
Also, the two engines from the in the roundhouse here we have probably Northern Princess, right?
Oh, that's our 284 Berkshire.
That's a Northern Princess is a Northern.
Oh.
It literally says it on the. It literally says on the nickname what it is. A Northern. and actually, I want to show you something else, LGL.
Yeah.
We did a project. You want to see the project?
What is the project?
We built a 440 from scratch.
What? Is this a replica or is this a new build?
We built a replica ourselves.
Nice.
And it's called the Betsy.
Hey, Betsy.
Yep, she's the only one besides Northern Princess to have an actual name.
Okay.
If we ever had a series on this Steam tour, this is probably the only one that still have its name. And for Northern Princess, it'll just be shortened to Princess. And we have a name for and we do have a name for F40PH here, 306. You want to hear the name?
What?
We call it Zebedee.
Ooh.
Zebedee. It's rumored to be named after one of the Z stacks of
Okay.
tugs.
And there's my engine I donated to you.
And then we have 718 from, even though it says JRLX, it's actually Leech Valley number 718. Tell us the story of this engine more. Tell us this engine story.
Well, this
They
engine
have
was,
one of them.
this engine originally came from the Milwaukee Road in 1930, built in 1939. Later sued. Then we bought it off of Sioux Line after we acquired several Sioux Line trackage. And then in 1992, we just decided we didn't need it anymore, and we found out about you guys, and we just donated it to you.
Yeah. We also recently, besides along with 815 and 1527, we also recently received a Santa Fe F45 number 5973, painted in Kodachrome.
The railroad that never happened.
The answer: you shouldn't paint so
So
fast. It only has SF because it is a Santa Fe engine, not an SP. These two are for a guy named Yeet Trains. He told me to repaint two of his engines that he wants for the future for the upcoming Southshire Steam Railroad, and these will be donated. These will be sent to Just Knights Indiana Western pretty soon.
Okay.
Number 573 a KS and 87 an E10. And Iowa State Railroad 7040 is here until 2628 is done with its rebuild.
Then you got diesels.
And for diesels, first up is probably our most famous diesel, our patch unit. Now a patch unit, Chesapeake and Ohio, 4283, painted in chassis system livery. And I like this livery. This is why I just kept the. I kept the original LJL. Originally, I was planning to repaint the whole thing, but I decided to just keep chassis as a joke.
Okay.
My only repainted system. See, look. See what happened to system.
Oh, you covered it up.
Yeah. This is basically how a patch unit works. You just paint it over and then cover it up.
Yep.
A patch unit. Because the reason why it's a patch unit is because we have no plan for like a paint scheme for the diesels yet.
All right. Well, some of them do, like that Illinois terminal.
Yeah, this is what we call this. We also have a name for this one. We call it the Lemon.
Lemon. I like that name.
The Lemon because actually it was given the name Lemon. Lemon was a name contest for this engine and was won by the Blackhawk Central Iowa, and they named it the Lemon.
I remember that one locomotive, the Reading Lines locomotive. I see one of those down at the Railroad Museum. That's right across the street from my house.
Anyway, next up is Seaboard 535. It is oh, we have a name for this one. This one is named Cecilia. Cecilia. This was named Cecilia or CC. We call it CC because Seaboard CC.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, I think this guy will like this one.
Reading.
Hi.
Yeah, I have. They have a couple of them sitting right down from my house here.
Yeah, it's a GP30, number 6318. These are all of our. We just saw the steam drawers all operating equipment. You didn't see 32 because it was running earlier with Just Night. Oh, here are the Betsy's coaches that we built.
Okay.
Seaview Railways. That's a fictional railway too. Yeah, but
hey, can you go back to 32? There's a railroad car that I really, really like, and you probably know why I like it. Do you know why I like it?
Is it the Alder Creek?
Nope. No. 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 Nope. You're getting closer. And stop.
Jake gave me the idea.
Hey, we can do magic. Take the train via.
Via sucks.
What did you just say?
Just kidding. Just kidding. I like Via Rail. We have this and our
Yeah.
and our leading RDC.
Yeah, actually, Steam Railroad Institute has old VRL cars.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You want to see what James did for me?
What?
Look.
Oh,
Yes.
that's cool. A little museum on rails.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You want to see? You want to see something? Look what it says right there.
Welcome to the Rainbow Train.
My mom's calling me.
All right. All right. You know what, Sky? You want to switch over to my end?
Yeah.
All right, let's switch over to my end. I'll show you what I got running. You like Santa Fe?
Yeah.
There you go, 2900. From the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. This is like the newest steam locomotive I got in my collection.
LJL, I'm back.
Okay.
And to show you another thing.
Oh, sorry, I just switched over.
You want to see something?
Hold on.
Both of you.
Yeah, hold on. Let me switch. Yeah, show us. Counter penny. Okay.
So this is the actual owner of the steam tour itself.
Okay.
It's a fictional it's a fictional retail company that is for VR chat. And you can see Steam Tour's logo on the side. Actually,
Yeah.
literally after this was made, the company CDRP actually changed their logo. They just changed it today. You want to see the current logo?
Yeah, hold on.
I will send it to you on Discord. Here's the current logo of Caldor Pennies.
All right.
I'm gonna see how you think of it.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So this was one of the last things to feature the old logo.
All right.
That logo has been there since. We had to like keep up with the times, I think, because that logo has been used since like 1996. Imagine this was fictional, you know.
All right.
Anyway, Anyway, you like the Via Coach?
Oh, where did Brandon go?
Yeah.
Where did Brandon go?
I don't know. I'm actually about to go too.
All right. Well, maybe I'll wrap. Oh, Brandon's back.
Hello there.
Hello.
I was about to go.
I was gonna promise you guys something, and I live up to my promises.
All right. Well, oh, it's Railworks.
No.
Yep. There you go. You guys like it?
The 2900 class.
Yes.
Let's see if I can
It's
get
got
it.
the right portions too, if I'm right.
Let me see if I can get an up close shot. Can you see the whistle?
Yeah.
Yes.
She'll take 6 of them.
Has the iconic Santa Fe number boards, that's for sure.
Can you guys hear the whistle?
I think so.
Kind of? Okay.
Baldwin.
Let me guys show you the cab.
Well, the 29.
I think I made a video on my big boy.
Yeah.
Oh, what just
Firebox extinguished?
Am I running on realistic? Am I running on fireman and? Low.
You black 5.
Do you want me to run a black 5?
Hey Brendan.
Yes.
Remember about the big controversy?
With what?
No, the engine name.
What engine name?
The Russian P-36.
No, I don't remember.
Why does James think it looks like a freaking QJ?
I don't know.
Anyway, so that's actually our current. I was saying that's our foreign engine. If you're wondering, I was just wanting to give you an idea. Do you think the Steam Tour should have another foreign engine on display, or just have one? Brendan.
Yes.
Do you think the Steam Tour should acquire another foreign engine, an engine out of the United States and Canada? Because I know LJL would like that. So what's your idea? Yay or nay?
Nah.
I'd actually guessed you'd say no. LJL.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this, but the P-36 will be our only foreign engine.
Oh.
No British.
I want British.
You'll have to talk to James. Also, the track that the Steam Tour runs is actually his railroad, the Iowa State. The Iowa State Railroad.
Michelle was the first baby in our family in a long time, and everybody was really happy.
But if I ever, hey LJL, before I go,
she was his first granddaughter.
Where you go? Aww. I guess. Hey Sky.
Yeah.
There's actually. I showed you. Did you see the P-36 from earlier?
Yeah.
So there is 2 reasons why we do not have another foreign engine. Number one, well, it's because the trackage we run is owned by the track we run on is owned by the Iowa State Railroad, which doesn't allow more than one foreign engine.
All right, guys. I'm gonna have to wrap it up.
And number
So,
two
sorry,
is
guys.
is that we want to avoid the Thomas fandom.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Sky. Thank you, Megami.
Yes.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully, we will see you next time.
All right.
Good.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Over.
Oh no! No more overs.
Roger that.